Good morning. That's the little baby chick there doing that announcing. My eyes were full of wonder. Hope and wonder. Thought everybody I worked with liked me. Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. A vision and puce. What? Is that puce?
It is very puce-like.
Puce is gray, isn't it?
No, it's a pink kind of fuchsia.
I thought it was fuchsia.
Puce.
An unfortunate name for a color.
I like saying
It sounds too much like puke or piss.
It does.
Yeah, you look very nice, Christy. I'm sorry. I apologize
Despite the piss color.
it's raspberry.
Thank you. That's a good color, raspberry.
Very good. Okay.
You know, creamsicle kind of gave way to coral. Am I right on this?
It seems like it.
Yes. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
You hear what I'm trying to say?
No. What are you trying to
Hear what
say?
he's throwing down?
You know, like, are you picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah, apparently you're laying down with other men and talking about fashion colors. I'm not sure what's going on, but hey, it's okay with me.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wherever you want to put it, it's fine with me. I have no...
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer Sidekick Central.
Oh, yeah.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee.
Is there
Hello,
nothing
Tom.
harder than picking out paint colors? I'm trying
Yes.
to paint
Yes,
my
you know what's
bathroom
harder?
and my master bedroom.
You know what's harder than
Primary bed.
naming them?
Yeah, that's true.
I spent one entire afternoon, delightfully so, looking for, and I'll always remember this color, Belvedere cream. And it was hard to come by.
Belvedere cream?
Belvedere cream.
Oh.
That's right. It was kind of an off-white.
Yeah, there are about 300 of the off-whites, but someone has to sit around naming. It's like naming toilets.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And after a while, they always give them elegant names.
I have crisp linen is on my radar.
Yeah, well, here's a tip.
What?
Paint what do you call it, a swath? Mm-hmm. Paint a little bit of it and then go in there several times a day to see what it looks like.
Different light.
Yeah, I did an off-white room that turned pink when we had to go repaint it. It was,
You mean puce?
No, I mean pink. Oh, God. Here we go. I'm sorry.
Pink is off-white.
Yeah, that's so's black. It's extraordinarily off. Hello.
And you know, black is the absence of all color.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
I needed to know that today.
What about Roy G. Biv?
Everybody knows Roy G. Biv. You have to.
Roy G. Biv, the Biv man.
Graduate without.
Biverino.
What's the other one of those?
My very educated mother served us 9 pizzas or something like that.
Yeah, that's the Planets?
The Planets, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I think there's one other one. I forget what they are. Yeah, I think I can never remember any of those. I can never remember how many days there are per month. That always throws me.
You got to do your knuckles.
I got your February down. That's easy.
You have to use your knuckles.
Well, you never
Start
know.
with January on the big one.
This is a violation for those that are disabled that don't have. They're not teaching that anymore in school because it discriminates against those with 6 fingers.
Hi, I'm Chick McGee, and this is Josh Arnold. Say hi, Joe.
Hello.
We're here for the knuckleless of the United States of America.
Hey, look.
A lot of floppy phalanges out there.
If you're missing a knuckle, you know it.
Hey, look, a fringe minority needs to be heard from. Coming up today, very excited. We have comedian Greg Warren will be joining us. I saw Greg's show. A great show with Willie, Louisville on Saturday night.
No kidding.
Oh, it's great.
All right.
You guys are going to go see. He's filming his special. I want to say November 23rd.
23rd.
In Columbus, Ohio. It is. This was more or less what it's going to be. His show, great show, just absolutely brilliant.
He does all right.
And you'll get a kick out of one thing that he does. There's one special thing that kind of is something. You'll go, oh, that's what he meant.
I can't wait until he ruins this.
No, I'm not going to. But it's terrific.
I found Greg very prolific. And not only that, but he writes a lot of stuff.
You're right.
It's incredibly funny. So I highly recommend it. A great time. Now, also...
Did you stand up at one point while Willie was on stage and... That's my boy up there!
I was hidden in the back. Nick Novicki, comedian, actor, will also be our guest today.
Great
Great guy.
Great, Nick Novicki.
Nick, no K in the front.
Yeah.
But there's one in the Vicky, but not in the Nicky, if you will. Boy, that sounds like a...
It sounds dirty.
doesn't that sound like a cop term? Well, he got it in the Nicky, but not in the Novicki, so we can't file charges.
That sounds kind of slicky.
You know, you get it in the you get it in the Nicky. We're talking section 17.
You get it in the Nicky, you go, douche.
You're going down. You're going down, mister.
No, Nick.
Do we know this?
Nick?
We know Nick.
Yeah,
we do know Nick.
Hey, he's a friend of ours.
Oh, all right.
He's a phrase, yeah.
All right.
Friend of the show. Okay, Mr. Godwin, we have a request here for some Halloween music.
Ooh. Coming up.
We'll get to that. We opened up with a little bit of a Halloween tribute.
I always overlook Halloween because I don't care for Halloween as a holiday, and I don't celebrate it.
Well, you're the only one because
All the kids
Halloween has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. My neighborhood is the word festooned appropriate?
Sure, yeah.
There are skeletons climbing out of the ground.
Is this your first Halloween in that neighborhood? I think it is.
No, second.
Oh, second. All
They
right.
go crazy.
Cool. We got let's see, what did we do over the weekend? We got about 20 pumpkins of various sorts.
Wow.
And
20?
About 20, I think so, yeah.
Did you carve them all?
No. These are the pre-carved.
Are these the ones that just sit outside?
Yeah, they give us, and we have 1, 2, 3, 9 witches out front.
Ooh.
Are they
How many
dancing?
inside?
I like the dancing witches.
They're holding hands and their faces glow.
Hey, love is love, okay?
Yeah, so
Hey, let's see if we can get those two witches together.
hey, they get the Novicki, the one she licky to Novicki.
Show it to her, then she'll go douche.
Godwin was telling me he was at a Halloween parade over the weekend, sort of inadvertently, but he...
Yeah, with cosplay and crazy people.
No kidding?
Dressed up as aliens.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was all out.
That's
Really?
I was embarrassed.
Kind of early.
I was embarrassed for them. Great area of St. Charles, Missouri, yeah.
Well, good. I'm very excited about Halloween. Looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. But we'll have some Halloween treats coming your way. Also, a lot of interesting things going on in the news. Lots and lots and lots of stuff happening. And in sports, of course.
NFL, decent weekend for the shoe of the week. We'll talk about it. Also, Major League Baseball playoffs. WNBA finals are here. A new top 10 in college football, or as I like to call it, footy.
Oh, is that you're going with footy now?
Calling it footy. See, that's what they call soccer and footy.
The footy?
The footy, yeah. I think it's Australia. They do everything like that.
We actually have an interesting story involving a foot.
Huh? A footy?
No, just a foot. A human foot.
An amazing feat?
They call breakfast brekkie in Australia.
Another reason I'm glad I don't live there. We have a human foot, severed human foot in the news, and it's an historic severed foot.
A person we've heard of?
Is it George Washington's foot?
You might have heard of this person's and their when they were more than just the frozen foot.
Okay.
Fascinating story.
I had a big weekend. I had a goal. I'll tell you when we come back. I had a goal. I decided, okay, this is the day I'm doing it.
Did you achieve your goal?
And I did it, and I achieved my goal.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I'm very excited.
Feel good about yourself now?
Kind of, sort of.
Good.
Good.
I'm cautiously dipping my toe in satisfaction.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Now you could dip this guy's entire foot in satisfaction.
You can hold it by the ankle, huh?
Yeah, it's not attached to him anymore.
I don't think I could pick up a piece of a person.
I had to.
Oh, you got the finger, right?
No, thumb.
Thumb.
Guy I was working with cut his thumb off.
Oh, that's right.
Cut his thumb off.
I mentioned this before, Josh. This guy was working with a skill saw, like a circular handsaw.
You have to have skill.
And he was left-handed, and he did not have a lefty saw. It's a long story, but he was using a couple sawhorses inappropriately. But he sliced the thing kicked back, sliced his thumb off, and as I was picking up his thumb. I momentarily thought, wow, this guy really needs to cut his nails.
Wow.
Really dirty under that fingernail.
The brain does whatever it can to distract you from what you're kind of doing.
Put it in a baggie on ice, took him to the hospital.
Though, I'm a little baby woodworker. I know just enough to get in trouble, but it's amazing how brave you get when you're used to working with a saw. And, I can hold this up in the air and cut this.
No.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, be careful out there. Mm-hmm. Right now, I want to remind you that Josh, he's right over there. I can see him sitting at the official IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Yes.
And speaking of Mr. Singer, every week he puts up $500 gift card and you could win that by joining our Bob and Tom Pigskin Picks. We're looking for our winner. One more game, of course, the official weekend will be, the football weekend will end this evening. And we'll see who our winner is. You can already start, week 7 coming up? You can already weigh in at bobandtom.com/contest. Now, everybody loves talking about our friend Steven Singer. You've heard about him, of course. IHateStevenSinger.com. A lot of other jewelers hate him because Steven doesn't have the weirdo sales. Hey, it's Halloween. We've got spooky. No, don't bother with that. Just everyday, consistent, great prices and a full 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So if it doesn't work for you, ship it back. Did I mention free shipping both ways? So find out about real diamonds from a real diamond jeweler. Visit Steven Singer. You can see the showroom at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly, or the easiest way, just go online, IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers, IHateStevenSinger.com. And remember, he's a dog guy. He's got that great little dog, Buddy. And
Buddy.
I'd say that'd be a nice surprise for your sweetie for Halloween. Trick or treat. Here's the treat. How about a trick? Not implying that she's a professional prostitute, of course. We're coming back with Chick's big surprise.
Hey!
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
A look at their car is perhaps the best way to introduce the uninitiated to WFBQ Radio's morning team, Bob and Tom. The pink and camouflage junker features 3 hood ornaments, a bowling trophy, the hind quarter of a horse, and a jar of tartar sauce that will have to be explained elsewhere.
295 Night Ranger when you close your eyes. It's 8:42. You're with Bob and Tom on a 2 for Tuesday.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Great.
Holmes.
Sherlock. Let's play word association.
Okay.
Howdy.
Holmes.
Sherlock.
Holmes.
John C. You're with Bob and Tom.
Holmes.
The human tripod.
I see.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bob.
That's all right.
From 6 a.m. and for the next 4 hours, Bob Kavoyan and Tom Griswold fill the airwaves with jokes and pranks that range from silly to hilarious and from bawdy to sick.
Why is sex like air?
Why is sex like air? I give up, Bob.
Because it's no big thing unless you're not getting it.
They deliver a National Lampoon sort of humor that leaves the audience laughing while wondering how Q95 can broadcast some of the things they say.
Half the joke is in your mind. The joke isn't stated outright. The person has to put something into it to get something out of it.
Yeah, they're fun and
People like them.
people enjoy them.
They laugh at them. And there's an alternative. You can always change the channel.
But people aren't. After 2 years on the air, Bob and Tom have taken Q95's morning show to the top of the volatile morning FM ratings. WFBQ is the 3rd radio station the zany team has worked for. After 6 years together, they've got the routine down pat. Bob runs the audio control board, plays straight man, and provides the program's famous laugh.
Amateur phylactics. Amazing concept, I think, and I think it's going to
Tom sits in a mound of notes and papers to provide the program's often quoted jokes and many of its voices.
Oh, hello, Mohandas.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Oh, I am fine today. Hello, Tom. Hi, Mohandas. You look very good today. Thank you so much, Mohandas.
Much of their banter is off the cuff with an occasionally rehearsed punchline off mic during a song.
Only if it makes you late for the ceremony.
She's controversial. She's provocative. She's the famous sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Weisboner. Good morning, Dr. Ruth. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Dr.
Their regular spoof on Dr. Ruth Westheimer features some of their more risque humor.
Is it wrong to have sex before you're married?
Is it wrong to have sex before you're married? Well, no, as long as you're not late for the wedding.
Bob and Tom's task of filling 20 hours of airtime every week is made easier by several regular characters phoned in by people around town. Nightclub owner Sonny is a favorite.
Great approach.
How are things going on at the track? I know you're running the mystery flesh tent this year.
Everything is going just fine, Dow. I bred that baby up, throw it in some shortening, and serve it up. It's the mystery flesh tent, Dow.
That's located, of course, in Turn 1.
It's right there in Turn 1 where people seem to be the most hungry and the least discriminating.
Other characters are voiced by regular visitors to the studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Tiger Dog Bardo. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Your Highness.
Q95 midday personality Jay Baker voices the spoof on Richard Nixon.
Now, do you remember Ronald Reagan visiting the German cemetery over the weekend.
Oh, that's right.
The media referred to it as the Nazi cemetery. You know, I was the one that put him up to that.
I see.
I said, babes, this is going to be so beautiful for your career. Trust me on this one. I told him, I said, when I was a young boy, I heard the phrase, the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. I said, Ronnie, you can't miss a whole field full of dead Nazis. You slide over there, you put the wreath down, the wreath, and you're cruising.
Bob and Tom say they get very few complaints from listeners as they poke fun at every special interest group imaginable, and station management has left them unrestrained on the limits of their humor. After 2 years, the result has been high ratings, a devoted following, and 2 happily transplanted Hoosiers who say they just might stay to grow old and gray on Q95.
Could be. It's very possible. In fact, it's already started. Bob's getting gray. Yeah. Tom's getting old. Yeah.
This is Greg Todd, Channel 6 News.
Oh, I feel so much better now. You know, Bob. Yes. I don't want to say that most of the women that you go out with have questionable morals or anything, but last night...
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
Do you wear a thong, Miss Pat?
Is you out your damn mind? I have a hard time wiping. What am I gonna put a string back there for? You know what I did just discover? I just discovered the moisture wipes. I had the diaper wipes for grown people.
Of course, I used the wipe. Yeah,
Oh.
they're incredible. It's like a shower in the middle of the day. Yeah,
Oh my God,
I know what you're
they're
talking about.
so much easier. Because you know how when you wipe it and the tissue gets stuck? None of that. Everything is smooth.
What the hell? I'm talking about wet wipes.
I'm
Tom.
talking about wet wipes. You use wet wipes?
On the baby's ass. I'm an adult. Sorry.
You should get them for the adults. They're great, Tom. I just discovered them. They're great for fat people.
You're getting a text.
Back to the Bob and Tom Show. We've all got that NFL weekend hangover, that Major League Baseball hangover, that WNBA playoff hangover.
Josh has a hockey hangover.
The opening, more or less, week of the NHL.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch any.
It's all
happening right now.
Swinging into, and you know what happened last night?
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Well, they lost 9-0.
Oh, boy.
Whoops.
Beat the Mets.
Whoops, sorry. Beat the Mets, evidently. Dodgers, 1 game to none lead in that deal.
Whoops. Unclear on bringing our bats. We left them. Sorry.
Maybe
Willie McCovey.
This afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern, the Dodgers will once again
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Well, maybe not. We're cheering for the Mets, right? Or are we cheering for the Dodgers?
No.
We're not cheering for either? What are you doing?
Oh, the Indians and the Yankees, I guess.
And now they're the Guardians.
Oh.
I can't get over that.
I don't care for the name Guardians. I don't either. For the name Commanders.
I was talking to a friend of mine who's a lifelong, formerly Indians, you know what I'm saying, Cleveland baseball team fan.
Oh, okay.
And he also agreed with me that he grew up there, and he goes, when they named them the Guardians, they claimed it was there's some famous bridge there.
With a gargoyle or something?
Yeah, no one has ever heard of that. So,
well, you led that cheer, so I don't know.
In any event, don't you want to see the Dodgers go just to see Shohei? And no, I mean that's you want to see a great player, see what happens when they get to this level of.
Well, if the Dodgers had a swell.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Oh, I bet they have a really. I'm sure.
You think?
It has to be.
The Mets have Grimace. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Grimace.
I don't know if Grimace was at Chavez Ravine last night or not. I don't think he was.
Well, people are famous. If you show up in the opposing team's colors at Chavez Ravine, you can get killed. It's happened. So
got an email here. Ready?
Yeah.
Email here. Hi guys, my name's Julie Fudge.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Julie?
That's her. That's right. A friend of mine heard your broadcast, thought maybe we knew each other. Sorry to say we have not met, but thought it might be good to send you a note and say hello. And tell you, yes, I am Patsy Cline's daughter, And my name is Julie Dick Fudge.
Are you serious?
Patsy Cline was my mom, but what you may not know is her name was a stage name. Her given name was Virginia Dick, after she married Charlie Dick. So my mom and Charlie, my dad, had me, Julie Dick, and then I married a man named Fudge.
Okay.
So when I wrote the kids' book, I put Julie Dick Fudge on the cover.
I'll be darned.
And that book is available if you'd like to check that out. Wow. Wherever you buy your books.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wonderful.
Many of the Patsy Cline fans, of which there are millions,
of course,
amazing voice, know about me and the connection. It was very nice to hear my name on the show. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's sweet.
Very cool.
Julie Fudge.
There's another famous Dick that goes by a stage name.
Jerry Jones?
Tim Dick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tim Dick.
Tim Allen.
Right?
Oh.
Great comedian, actor, Tim Allen. Friend of the show. But yeah, that his given name was Tim Dick.
Well, thank you for listening, Julie. That was very sweet of you to write.
Speaking of dicks, coming up in the news, did you see a photograph of this thing, Christine Lee?
Not yet. I'm looking.
We have a statue problem in Italy.
Yeah.
That's all. I'll leave it at that for now.
Don't statues always normally just have one problem? Pigeons?
Yeah,
they do have pigeon problems.
problem?
This is a problem with folks aren't happy about it. But that's nothing compared to the big story about an opera coming on.
Oh, yeah, now that.
That is huge. Right now, it's time for us to review some of the things just a couple things you might have missed.
Just a couple things you might have missed. It's time to review.
We had a tribute to White Castle by request from Patty G.
Oh, I didn't get White Castle Friday.
And
well, there's always today,
including a nice slide whistle solo from Chick McGee.
Thank you very much.
We heard on several occasions the New York Mets. Is that a 1960s era?
1963.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
This is sort of at the peak of great music, the sort of early to mid '60s with all this great soul music out there, Motown.
Damn.
And they come up with that. Oh, yikes. We found out that Kostaki Economopoulos, who was in the process of becoming a single man again, actually had to purchase some condoms.
Mm-hmm.
And they were locked up at the drugstore. Had to have the lady open them up. And when he asked her for some tips, she said, "My kitchen's been closed for quite a while." And then he alluded to the fact that he may or may not have used one of them.
You'd be surprised how many things are now locked up at drugstores, pharmacies. Yeah. You just can't get to it. It's cut down on my shoplifting, I can tell you that.
It is effective.
Yeah, it works. I got to pick a lock and then get in. It doubles your time.
Primarily, I'm assuming the heavy pharmaceuticals, and then you can't
stuff. Razor blades.
Razor blades. Sometimes even the deodorant. I mean, it's like crazy.
Stuff that's easy to grab.
The body wash.
Body washes.
Yeah.
I know for some reason Tide detergent is locked up at a lot of these places.
Well, they keep that in Tide.
Well, sure. Yeah, it'll get stolen if it's outside.
Tom, your thoughts?
We had a special visit on Friday from Tina Turd Wrench.
Yes,
we did.
Who does a nice job.
Many fan letters about Tina Turd Wrench.
Yeah, so we hope to see her.
Turd Wrench Tina, please. Show the proper respect.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's incorrectly written.
What'd she say? Ed, that sumbitch. Sumbitch Ed.
And those are many of the highlights. When Tina, what was her motto again?
She will sleep with your wife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She's
she's totally down for
very open about it. Yeah.
So we found out that there are a number of people who find that their pets are disrupting their intimate moments
by jumping on the bed at the wrong time.
And a psychologist, Dr. Kevin Gurney, says, given that attention is crucial during intimate activities, anything that disrupts it, like a dog jumping in the bed, can really get in the way of your response.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that gentleman, Kevin, he put wheels on the table.
And thank goodness for that.
Dr. Kevin Gurney. Before that,
right,
they were just dragging people around. Sometimes they get a sheet.
It's bumpy down here.
How about some wheels? We'll call it the Kevin. No, wait a minute. The Gurney.
I still can't get over the fact that it's wheels on suitcases is only a generation.
You see it now, and it's so
obvious,
right,
everywhere. And the only people who had wheels were the pilots and the flight attendants until about 1980.
They had those little carts. Remember those little carts?
I mean,
I don't know.
How did civilization miss that obvious one?
I don't know.
And why didn't I think of it and cash in? The point of this news article is that you need to keep your pets out of the bedroom.
Yeah.
First, who needs any more extra hair in their mouth, right, Josh?
Sure.
I don't know. I think if you own a pet, 90% of people who own pets make arrangements if that's going to go down or happen, especially if you're in a committed relationship. You make arrangements for the dogs before you go.
Or the dogs know.
You just shut the door.
Well, we don't have a door, so they just.
But there are some people have dogs that I don't, that will scratch on a door. That so.
How'd that go again?
Yeah,
no, my dogs do not do. That's one of the few things they don't do.
Josh, did you get a load of this?
Oh yeah, I heard it.
That's
scary.
Something else. Yeah.
Well, I have a new puppy, as you know. And there's almost nothing funnier than when a puppy, the weather changes for the first time. And they do that thing where they walk outside and go, nope. They turn around and go right back inside. Oh, it's too windy and cold. I'm going back in. I'll check with you later. Let's see, what else did we found out about the Chipotle, what's it called? Burrito?
Yes, the burrito.
Just in time
Special
for Halloween.
$6 burrito on Halloween. Yeah,
okay.
If you're in costume.
All right. And it's, as I said earlier in the show, so many things now are making Halloween bigger than ever.
Yep.
Is your neighborhood wildly decorated already, Josh?
Oh, not wildly, but there's some stuff. Yeah, it's nice. I love it.
Yeah, it seems.
I bet you do have a lot of trick-or-treaters at your house, don't you? I bet.
Yeah. It's two dead ends, so pretty much everybody on there who has kids, yeah. So, but we don't get any drop-offs. You know, some neighborhoods get the drop-offs.
Right. I don't know why I don't. I just don't. I've lived there 8 years now, and
I don't get them
This
either.
will be the 8th Halloween.
Mine's packed. We're doing a party before the.
Of course you are.
I'm not complaining.
What are you serving? Are you serving chicken soup and sandwiches, or?
I haven't decided yet, but we're going to have a little gathering.
You know what you should get? You should get some spaghetti and put grapes in it. And put it in a bowl and tell people it's brains and eyeballs.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, see?
Grapes?
Grapes and
Would they taste good in spaghetti?
Well, you don't.
Grapes make eyeballs, and the spaghetti would be the
blindly reach into them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What temperature?
About 190, 200 degrees. You want it to scald.
So you live on a dead end, so do the girls just go that one street, or do you take them somewhere else?
No, we'll go to the street next door, too, probably.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
You seem to me to be the kind that actually have to subject your friends to your costumes and your kids, and you take them over to the house, and look how cute they are.
Not at all. No. Last year, we had an impromptu party at my house.
You remember that one time?
Because it was snowing, and all of a sudden everyone invited them all in. So.
You remember the one time you brought your oldest daughter, who's now a functioning member of society, a full-grown adult,
to your house? I remember that.
My house, yeah. And we were standing in the living room talking, and she just trick or treat, very sweet. So Tom and I are talking about something, I don't know what, and all of a sudden we hear from the porch, and at 9, 7, 8 years old,
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Along in there. And you hear, "Come on, Daddy!"
Yeah, they wanted. They wanted to get back to the action.
Ready to go for candy.
Yeah, my favorite story on Friday was this one. Authorities in Missouri found a bicycle thief naked in possession of a chainsaw. A lot going on here with this guy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is some kind of meth thing. The authorities caught up with the man who was naked, carrying a chainsaw on an allegedly stolen bicycle.
Or he was just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Okay.
Maybe it was a meth.
I don't want to put down the bicycle.
I like the name of this guy's name. Lloyd E. Tabor III.
Yes.
You're my boy, Lloyd.
This happened in your neck of the woods, Josh. So this guy must be from the royal family of the Ozarks.
Could be.
Yeah. Coming up, we have.
Wow, he said that snarkily, didn't he?
We have.
That's all right.
I mean, when you're the third, you're thinking
royal family.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you know, I do not think you should ever name a kid Junior.
Yes, we're well aware of that.
Yeah, things can go wrong.
You've had a lot of kids and never named them Junior.
But not really. I mean,
I give you John Hinckley Jr.
That's one.
Well, I can name another one, but it would be.
Do one of your children have a Bruce as a middle name?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
There, so you got to have another one so you can name him Bruce.
Yeah.
You got two with the same name.
Heart.
I do.
Heart and Heart.
Heart and Heart.
But they're one's the middle name. The larger point here coming up, I've got an interesting story for Josh.
All right.
Josh, with your love of horror movies and things of that ilk. An interesting survey about ghosts, sort of, and haunted houses. I think you'll really enjoy.
I've got an interesting story for me.
Okay, what is it?
This is from Steve. Dear Chick, according to my records, Chick McGee, or whatever fake name he was using way back then, made his first appearance on the radio. Welch, West Virginia, the geographic center of nowhere, October 12th, 1976. You are correct, Steve. And the rest is radio history.
Wow.
That's right. So Saturday, I was on the air 48 years. That's exactly right.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, you're welcome. How about that, Tom?
That's great.
I was on the air during the bicentennial.
Hall of Fame, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, there's very little chance of that. But we live in hope, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Patty G, perhaps a song. Now, I know you had a big weekend in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Bunch of shows. And I'll remind everybody that the big show is coming up Friday night, October 25th. This is going to be taking place in Larchwood, Iowa, right near Sioux Falls, South Dakota, at the Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort Event Center. It's going to be a Friday night, as I said, with Pat Godwin, Al Jackson, Jeff Oskey, and your host is that guy right over there. It's Mr. Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the headquarters, the Steven Singer Sidekick headquarters with Josh Arnold. But Josh will be hosting the show. Pat,
yes.
Anything Halloween related?
Yeah, the last time I dressed up, I would have been 11 or 12, and it did not go well. It's a true story. My mom made a costume for me, and it sort of destroyed me for a long time. But last year, I actually went as a fireman, and that was the first time I dressed up since the disaster of 71.
So you were so embarrassed by the costume?
Well, you'll see.
Okay.
Story. Here we go. Let me tell you all a story about Halloween. When I was just a boy, not quite 13, my mom made my costume all by herself. She said the stores were out of Batmans, there were none off the shelves. But the truth is we were poor and she was doing her best. And my mother couldn't sew, my Batman was a mess. The mask was paper mache and it didn't look right. I wore my mom's black panties and my sister's tights. It was cold out. Had to wear a jacket on over my cape. And the emblem on my chest looked like a rat or a flying ape. Every house I knocked on that Halloween, they'd say, "Young man, who are you supposed to be?" I bit my lip and I clenched my fist. I wanted to say, "I'm Batman," but it came out like this. I'm Batman, a superhero who doesn't have any actual superpowers. The fearless defender of Gotham City whose parents were gunned down outside of a theater. My mother may suffer a similar fate right now after we leave this house. She put the smoke bombs and batarangs on my belt. I'd be using them right now. I'm going home. I don't need your apples, candy corn, and circus peanuts because I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Scene.
Oh, thank you very much, Pat. I'm sorry. I could tell it really had an effect on you.
I had a photo of it.
Wow. Coming up, what do you got over there?
We've got the NFL. We'll take a look. We'll go over the shoe-in of the week. Pretty good weekend. We'll also talk about college football, Major League Baseball playoffs, WNBA playoffs. It's all happening here at the sports desk this morning. Everything.
Okay, we got really interesting stuff going on in the news. Mount Everest in the news. a live performance.
That is creepy weird.
That has actually caused many people to become violently ill.
And sex noises during church? What?
Yeah, we'll find out about that. And a really bizarre story about hackers hacking into something that is just astonishing when you hear it. And it's about something that you can't stand, Josh. So I think you'll really like it. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy. And therapy can, of course, be great to help you learn to accept all parts of yourself, even this Halloween season when people are getting all masked up and trying to be somebody else. Therapy can be helpful for everyone, not just to people who have had some serious trauma. And BetterHelp, the idea is pretty simple. It's to get that done online. The way it works is you fill out a questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved. But the therapy itself is done online, so you can do it at the the way to put it is it's a lot more convenient, a lot more flexible because you don't have to get in your car, go across town. You can make the appointments that suit your schedule and do it in the privacy of wherever you are because the therapy is done online. You can have a camera on, camera off. You can text back and forth, whatever works for you. To find out the details, go to betterhelp.com/BT show today. That'll knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. And the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Coming up, be careful what you're eating. Things can go seriously wrong. And we also have sex noises in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
It's very personal to me. I mean, actually, I'm feeling really good, at the very, very moment. I've had my cigarettes and all that. And, but this has actually been a pretty tough year. I think it's been a tough year for everybody. And my newest thing is that every time I get a piece of mail, it's bad news, no matter what. So I finally just put a trash can in front of my doorstep and just put a little note there to the mailman just saying, please deposit all mail into this and then take it out on Mondays. But so this is just sort of a song about that. It's kind of a sad song about my life. I just got a letter in the mail saying that my oh, wait, you know what? I'm sorry.
You can't do this all of a sudden?
Well, okay, let me think it out here.
You have to redo some words? We if it's necessary, we can take a break and you can rewrite some of the words. Are you just, now, is this a Heywood moment? Are you forgetting them or are you trying to rewrite them?
Well, no, I got...
There's a content issue? All right. Okay.
I just got a letter in the mail saying since they didn't receive my credit card in time, there's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that it caused me to exceed the credit line, and that's another $40 fine. Then I got another piece of mail saying that the balance due was drawn from my account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, $40 each. And the worst part is that one of those checks was for the DMV for my registration fee. So one day I was on my way to work and I couldn't find my car. It wasn't where I parked it just the day before, and then I got another piece of mail saying since the registration tags were out of date, they just towed my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain, and when they finally put me through, they just made me wait on hold. After 40 minutes I hung up because I had to go to work, but then I realized if I don't have my car, then how am I gonna drive to work? So I got fired from my job. So here I am, living in a box underneath a bridge in a quiet little town, and I take a look around and things are quite okay. I don't have any bills, and the best part is that I don't get any mail.
Henry Phillips.
Hello and welcome to the Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's go right to the phones.
Sounds just like him, yeah.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello. Is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Oh, hi, Mr. Obvious. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, thanks for calling. What seems to be the problem, caller?
Oh, Mr. Obvious.
Yes?
I think I've got a critter stuck in my pipes under my kitchen sink.
Huh, a critter, huh? Some sort of animal? What makes you think that?
I can hear him down there making noises.
Noises, huh? What sort of noises?
Well, you know, kind of a growling noise. Like a critter.
What's that sound like?
Well, it's sort of like, you know, like that.
Huh. A critter under your sink, huh? And it's growling at you?
Yep. You can hear him down there. Sounds like he's trapped in the pipes or something. He's down there growling, kind of like. Is
he padding the part? What's going on?
I see. So this happens all the time?
Mostly it seems like it happens after dinner. When my wife rinses leftover food down the drain. You can hear him down there eating.
Eating?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like that.
Now, caller, is there anything else that seems to cause this growling?
Well, now that you mention it, he seems to do it every time she flips that light switch on by the sink.
Light switch, huh?
Yeah. There's the switch by the sink. But it don't turn nothing on. She'll flip it sometimes while she's doing the dishes, and boy, it makes him mad as anything.
And Gunner's got some tickets for that show. It'll be a Thursday evening in early January, January 9th, at beautiful Clues Hall on the campus of beautiful Butler University. A great comedian, Brian Regan, wins some of those tickets this afternoon with Gunner here on Q95.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. Coming up later this morning, we'll talk with Greg Warren for the fabulous, that's right, Warren Report. About 80% of the reason we have Greg do that is the title. And special guest in the studio, comedian Nick Novicki.
Nick, look forward to seeing Nick. Let's see now, who's who here? There's the raspberry sleeved lady over there is Christy Lee. Her lips match her
puce
shirt color.
You ever go to a rainbow party?
I have never gone to a rainbow party, no.
Do you know what a rainbow party is?
I don't. Sorry. What is it?
Well, you're about to find out.
Different girls wear different color makeup, and you try to...
Lipstick.
A lipstick, yeah.
You get
Oh, God. How did I know?
I'm not convinced there were that many of those going on.
What?
But the news really latched on. Are your children attending rainbow parties?
Oh, yeah.
Because it sounds like something sweet, like, what is it, Rainbow Bright or whatever?
Yeah.
Now we're all getting together to watch Wizard of Oz somewhere over the.
Well, the colors of the rainbow actually appear on an object that will be in the news today that is offending some people.
Oh, okay.
Which we'll get to. But you mentioned comedian Greg Warren, who'll be joining us with the Warren Report. I went to see Greg in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky over the weekend. Had a great time. Beautiful club at the Caravan of Comedy. Thanks to everybody there. But got on this nice letter here from Dane. He writes, I went to see Greg Warren for the first time. He has a killer show.
You mean the Great Dane?
But could be.
Okay.
We got to talk to Willie, Greg, and even Tom. Everybody was nice, blah, blah. He goes, we had a nice time. And then he said, by the way, Willie, thanks for the rolling papers. They came in handy on the way home. Willie has a little bit of merch.
And we have another.
And I bet he has those lighters that say these are not for cannabis use.
Yes.
But yeah, if you get a chance to see Greg, he's getting ready to film his new special, I want to say November 23rd in Columbus, Ohio. It is great. So funny. So please go see him.
This email from Vicky. I went to see Willie G and Greg Warren at the Caravan in Louisville Saturday night. It was a great show. They were both hilarious. And I had the pleasure of running into Tom Griswold.
Oh. ...
He really isn't too bad. Well. I also met Willie and Greg. They're both very, very cool. And there's a picture of Tom meeting Vicky.
Oh, they were at the next table.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Here, Pat.
Yes.
Let's cover this. I just saw this is from Virgil. I wanted to say I saw Pat. He knocked it out of the park Saturday night at the Funny Bone in St. Louis.
All right.
Very nice.
And then he goes on to admire your vocal talents. And everyone enjoyed it when he accused my wife of farting.
Oh,
do you remember this incident?
I do. She was close. She was waving.
Do a little crowd work?
You got a little crowd with these days.
Yeah.
Get the numbers up and the clicks.
Yeah.
Are you farting? Oh, the place went crazy.
Virgil writes, I've enjoyed your show for 25 years. Here's hoping for another 25 years of dick jokes. Well, Virgil, I think we can get on that right away.
Or at least half of it. Yeah. And also, we heard talk that while Pat was at St. Louis, the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're in the presence of greatness. Some sort of president emeritus of Funny Bone is right here in the room with us. They look back fondly on the time when Josh was just a regular comedian coming in as Funny Bone.
They are so proud of their Josh.
That's very sweet.
You are so lucky working with Josh every day.
Josh is great. And by the way, Josh is going to be your host for this big event Friday night, October 25th. This is at the Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort Event Center. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With, who's there? Al Jackson. Pat Godwin will be there. And Jeff Oskey. And it's information about that, grandfallscasinoresort.com. This is right near Sioux Falls in Larchwood, Iowa. Mr. Oskey, by the way, sent me. Did he send you that video?
Did you see the video of him?
Yes.
So Jeff was working a nightclub in San Francisco.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we post them?
It's on social media. Yeah.
Okay. He got on one of those driverless taxis, whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
It's terrifying.
He's
It is terrifying.
terrified.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
How
So there's a video. You see he's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
His young son is sitting in the passenger seat. Then he cuts the camera, pans the camera to the left, and you see there's no driver, and the car's whipping through San Francisco.
Nice.
Is the biggest problem we're going to have to get past the unsettling nature of getting into a driverless car?
I can't imagine.
I don't think I
don't think I could do it.
You wouldn't do it.
So I watched the thing, and I was going back and forth with him texting, and he texted me back, and he said when we almost got to our destination, the car sat there for 10 minutes because there were too many people crossing the street. So we got out of the car and walked the rest of the way. And I said, was that reflected in your tip?
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, how do you... do you tip a machine? I mean, what?
Well, no.
Oh, is there someone operating it back that... I don't know. I'm just asking because we live in a culture now where tipping is constant. And
if we have to start tipping the machines, I mean, first off, you tip the machines.
You tip machines.
Because they are all connected. They can tell each other.
You don't want any trouble.
And, and that is what we have a story coming up in the news. I'm surprised. Josh may walk out.
Yeah.
We've got 2 stories today that are getting him so mad.
It's just like DoorDash, though. I never see those people, and I tip them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And you tip them up front. I tip them up front.
Yeah.
And I'm a big tipper, and I like to tip, and it's just that sometimes there are places where tipping seems a little bit inappropriate.
Of course. Then just don't do it because we can't continue that.
And I've always been under the assumption, and you know what happens when you assume. Anyway, if you go in to get a pickup order, the tip is not 20%.
Right.
It's a little less, right?
That was always kind of the thing.
That was always understood. Well, apparently that's not the case. That's you better come up with.
Yeah, but if the people are working hard making your food to go, packing it up, I give them a big tip.
I'm a good tipper also, but we should be tipping after the service.
After.
And most things now, well, a lot of things now you tip before.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite stories last year was apparently the guy put a really low tip on a long delivery. And remember what happened? The
salsa thing?
The guy dipped his testicles in the salsa as protest, but then had the presence of mind to have his buddy video it, and I believe went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and that's in the back of your mind every time you tip, isn't it?
Hey, and by the way, I don't know what this salsa is amazing. It's so good. That's the only reason I order from there is because
I blame you, Pat.
I know. We even did a song back then. Yeah.
We can come back with that song. No, I blame you for what happened to me this weekend. I went to get my favorite dish at a restaurant I like, and all they had was the vegan pesto. And I don't know why regular pesto tastes so good, but the vegan pesto doesn't cut it.
Really? I didn't even know pesto had any kind of meat product in it.
There's no meat in pesto.
Is it pork?
It's basil, pine nuts, and olive oil.
There must be cream or something in it. I don't know. All I know is it.
Didn't like it?
No. No good. I forgot to tell you about what happened to me over the weekend.
Well, give us a hint, and we'll come back with it.
Went to a haunted house.
Yeah?
Oh,
incredibly scary.
Oh, Lord.
The last room you get to.
Yeah?
They lock you in and play political ads.
Horrifying.
It was. It was terrifying seeing that much lying. And they should make some of these guys wear the swastika when they get up.
Oh, the presidential election.
Okay. It wasn't not just the president. It's the other thieves. We'll come right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Telephone. I believe we have the author of the Big Butter Jesus song, Heywood Banks.
That is correct.
Hi, Heywood. How are you?
Good.
No.
Sure, you've been up all night.
You know, somebody called me at 2:30 in the morning. Hey, did you know that Big Butter burned down? Yeah. Couldn't you call me at like 9?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that we spoke yesterday, and I know that you had hundreds of phone calls.
Unbelievable.
Well, and we also were talking, and you have written a new verse.
I have a new verse.
Now, I dare I ask, is it going to be possible for you to play it over the phone?
You can dare ask. Yeah.
I'm anticipating the dropping of a phone. Do you have the phone crooked in your shoulder?
Some lyrics. I will rest it on the arm of the chair here.
All right. Okay. Well, give us a test.
Okay.
Put it down and then come back. Okay.
That's not
bad.
Well, not bad. That's, I guess, a perfect spot for it.
In fact, maybe we could have you do our show this way from now on.
We can only dream.
Well, okay. Now, are you just going to do the? We just heard the song. Are you just going to do the new verse?
Yeah, I'll play the last verse. The new verse. I call this the epilogue or the epieulogue.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Anytime.
One night, Big Butter got hit by lightning, and it burned to its frame wire in a giant grease fire. Some blamed it on Satan, and boy, boy, that would be frightening. But I think it's Jesus Father that's in charge of the light. Big fireball Jesus, inflammable Jesus, oh charbroiled Jesus, Oopa Jesus, oh extra crispy Jesus, bananas Foster Jesus, I'm put out, it's not Jesus. Charcoal-y some more.
Oh, my.
Yes, I'm put out, it's not Jesus. Charcoal-y some more.
Miami, Cincinnati, Boston. I mean, it's
I got you.
But no Houston?
no Houston, not according to this.
Hello there, Houston. Hello there, Houston.
Whatever. But he wants me to stop this. Don't do that. That's irritating. Don't ever make that noise again. I can't make Houston all that noise. If you make that noise.
No, yeah. Stop slide whistling. People can't hear Houston and hello there.
Hatbox.
We're watching a show breakdown. Nervous breakdown.
June 21st,
By the show.
2018. June 21st, 2018. Houston. Oh, there. Houston. Oh, Houston.
I wish we did all of a team of men in white scrubs come in and drag you off while you're just Houston. Hello there.
We're going viral. Tighten up. Breaking away.
Yeah, and then they inject you. They inject you with something.
1936. Beatles. Ed Sullivan. John Kennedy.
As they inject you, it's Houston. Houston. Hello there.
Happy summer solstice, everyone. Longest day of the year.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Who else have you met? Anybody else?
I've met everybody I do except for Denzel Washington. He's the one I haven't met.
Is anyone upset by your imitation?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for bringing it up.
Yes, Kanye had a lot to say. But
really? He's usually so
no, I'm like, well, can you really count that as him being mad? That was just him being Kanye.
Yeah, that's dope.
Shannon Sharp hates my impression. He cannot stand it.
I'm guessing because it's accurate.
You know, that's what I believe. I thought it was spot on. I thought it was amazing. And you know, the fact that Thanon doesn't like it is just offensive to me. But you know, some people,
I hear you.
Some people just, skip. Some people just don't like mirrors, Skip. But when you see the mirror, you say to yourself, do I really sound like that? And I'm gonna be right there on the other side saying, yes, you do. Shannon hates it, man. It's everybody else. I haven't. And Ben Carson had a little bit to say, but you know, he ain't popping. So whatever. You know what I mean, he can say whatever. I pretty much it was a character pretty much.
He was sleepy.
It wasn't even an impression. I did these little cat hands. You know, the hands with the hands like this, and I would turn my face, and so many people would ask me, they'd come to my shows, can we do the Ben Carson pose? I was like, this is actually a thing. Yeah. I didn't think it was a thing, but so there's people sending me pictures posing like this. Even somebody sent me a picture of their cat doing it. Their cat. There was a picture of a baby. He was doing it. I was like, I did not know that this obscure impression had so much premise over you all night. I did not know that.
And what is he like? Secretary of something?
He may be retiring.
He's Secretary of Housing.
We don't gotta. Yeah. You know, let's get past him.
We just want him to have something really high profile so you can bring it back.
Oh, I wish, man. You know, he just needs to go fill out an application and work at Arby's. I want to
Do you have a philosophy on doing impressions of people who are no longer with us?
Do I? I mean,
Yeah,
okay
can you
with
do Taft?
You mean William Taft?
William Hard Taft.
No, but my FDR is pretty dope.
You gotta
My
sit.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt,
Sit
yeah, I definitely sit down for that. I don't do Teddy Roosevelt, but I do FDR. He has the back of a chocolate eclair. That's one of his famous quotes.
Jay Farrow is our guest.
AAA Go, because you don't have to be stuck on the side of the road to get assistance from AAA.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold. Jack. He's at I Hate Steven Singer's Sidekick Central. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk. Hello.
Tell me about Dude Wipes, my friend.
Hello, Tom. You want to know about Dude Wipes?
I do.
I had...
we don't need to be we don't need you to do your personal endorsement.
Wonderful.
We know what they're for, basically.
If you're still using toilet paper, which I am not, of course, dump your roll because...
Now, this does... I want to just point this out before you go. If you're planning the Halloween tradition of toilet papering a house or a tree, Dude Wipes don't really do the job there. You may want to go with traditional... Okay, back to you.
Wet cleans better than dry. That's just good science. Try Dude Wipes for the best clean, pants down. And also, if you're going to do something like that, use toilet paper, but just don't egg anything.
Yeah.
Egging things is a real mess.
Matt Hardens.
Don't do that.
I'm not recommending doing either.
It messes up paint jobs and a whole thing.
Okay. Well, we now turn our attention to Mr. Chick McGee. You can see him. He's right over there at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk.
Welcome to the Sports Desk.
Meet the Mets. Oh, meet the Mets.
Favorite teams.
Ride up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your...
God, Jack Flaherty combined on a 3-hitter, and the Dodgers pitchers tied the postseason record of 33 consecutive scoreless innings by routing the Mets, beating the Mets senseless 9-0, Tom, to take Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. Game 2 this afternoon at 4 o'clock, and then followed by the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. I almost said Indians. And there's a Final Four of Major League Baseball. And then 2 of those 4 teams are going to go to the World Series. So you say you don't care for this song?
Meet the Mets.
You know they made another song. That's from 1963. This song's from 1986.
We got the teamwork to make the dream work. Let's go. We're gonna make it this time. We're gonna take it home. Let's go.
Yeah, this really is.
Make it happen.
Yeah, let's go Mets.
That is every bit 1986.
So which one do you like better?
I like the early one.
Well, they're both
63.
Meet the Mets.
Yeah, they both.
I gotta go number 2.
They're both dated.
Okay.
Well, the bathroom's right over there.
What were you, like 7 in 1986? Something like that?
8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
There you go.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Nice try.
Yeah,
old man.
And then, of course, there's the Washington Commanders song.
We're gonna lose. Well, I can't believe your dollars had the whole crowd screaming.
I think if you're really stoned,
That's the way they played Sunday. So a little sluggish. Ravens win. That's all it needs to be
Got a lot
said
of
about it.
swagger.
Hey, the shoe of the week, 7 and 5. I picked all the games again. We had one push, and then pending tonight's outcome, I've got the Bills.
Sweet push.
Minus the 3.
Sweet push.
Sweet push. The New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers hosting the Bills tonight. It's interesting. I wonder who Aaron will start at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Or who he'll start at running back. Or who he'll start in the defensive secondary. It's all up to Aaron, you know.
Sure.
Yes, sir. He's the head coach. Remember when Bill Russell was player coach? I think he was for the Celtics. He when Red left, Bill Russell stepped right.
Lou Boudreau for the Cleveland Indians.
I don't remember Lou Boudreau, but he was player coach.
I think so.
Wow,
there's a interesting history of that.
There aren't many player coaches. Would you care to guess why? Yeah.
Put myself in, Coach.
That's right. Jared Goff throws for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Detroit Lions blow out the Dallas Cowboys at Jerry World 47-9. Unbelievable. It was the 4th consecutive lopsided loss at home for the Cowboys. And here's Jerry after the game. It was his birthday too. He celebrated his 82nd birthday yesterday.
I think it was the feeling of the team having fun at our expense. Detroit having fun at our expense.
What?
Detroit having fun at our expense.
What is this, high school? It's a professional football team. They're supposed to score points. That's what they do.
They're just having fun. They're running up the score, Tom.
In the pros? No, sure, in a high school game, that's a thing.
What would you say, Josh, about another team running up the score?
Yeah, you score as much as you can.
That's
the
right.
point of the game.
And if you don't like them running up the score, you stop them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got
and if you can't stop them, there's always next week.
That's right.
Did you see the highlight, Christy, of this game?
I did not.
Oh, I lost my mind.
Why?
Feelings don't enter into any of it. I can't.
I don't think it was. No, I think
there was a flea flicker.
It was a razzle dazzle, and I think it was from England because I saw the same thing yesterday, and it failed. Right?
No.
They did run a flea flicker. They did run a.
What's a flea flicker?
You don't hear about them much these days.
Is it flicker?
Flicker.
What?
I mean, it was big in our backyard. I'll tell you that.
Flea flicker.
Yes.
They ran one in England too.
It's
and
a couple of laterals and then a pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I heard I heard it on the radio, and they did use the term razzle dazzle.
You know who was doing that game? The one, the only holy one, Tom Brady.
Oh.
I didn't hear the television announcer. I just heard the.
Okay, this is a silly question. Can anyone on the team throw the football?
Not forward, right?
Not forward?
Well, hang on a minute.
Can a guard?
You can only throw one forward pass.
So
if I throw it backward,
but anybody else can.
In other words, she's saying
chuck it back.
Can the center for some reason run back?
No,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
No, well, he has to report eligible first of all.
To throw?
Well, yeah.
Oh, really?
He would have to be like a wide receiver or in a slot or something like that.
I don't know if it's ever happened. It's happened in a schoolyard game.
I don't think the center can keep the ball as acting like he's hiked it back to the quarterback and hide it under his shirt.
I thought it. Okay.
I don't think you.
But it can be a quick back and forth, right?
You can't do a center sneak.
No, you can't do a center.
Hike it into his his groin and
I think so.
And centers aren't typically fast, are they?
No. But what you're talking about, I think the. Panay Sewell, one of the linemen for the Lions.
Oh, I love Panay Sewell. Maybe with some chicken breast.
Vegan pesto.
He's the only player in the NFL named after a pasta. I'm sorry. No, there's Mastacholi Ryan. I'm sorry.
This just got really obscure and pretty good.
Just the way I like it.
Only an offensive player can throw a forward pass, and the recipient must be an eligible receiver. So I guess that would be the
eligible receiver.
Oh.
So anybody can throw a pass.
And if I'm an offensive lineman, I can't go downfield, or I'll be an ineligible receiver downfield until.
I don't like any of those rules. I want mass chaos out there.
Joe Burrow scored on a career-long 47-yard run on the opening possession. The Bengals defense carried them, a much-needed 17-7 win over the Giants at East Rutherford. Evan McPherson made a go-ahead 37-yard field goal in the third quarter. A botched snap and a hold contributed to him missing a potential game-winning kick a week earlier. And the most apt nickname for a football player, Chase Brown. Okay, that was dead. All right.
I mean, once a year, maybe, if they happen to be playing the Browns.
He scored on a 30-yard run with 152.
That would be an unfortunate name for a porn star. Clearly gay porn.
Wow.
Or interracial porn.
Like, wow. It's getting worse. Or interracial gay porn.
And Detroit.
Sure. Hey, why not? Why not go for whatever? It's a free country. Whatever you're into is okay with me.
Hi, he said, trying to change the subject.
You brought up Chase porn.
Chase
Brown, not Chase.
Oh, sorry.
You're uncomfortable listening to Tom giggle about interracial gay porn?
Hey, what's my problem?
What's wrong?
How dare you?
Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg, Tom, his left leg.
I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, so he'll be back next season, I guess. This is from, can other players pass the ball in the NFL? Well, I know they can. The quarterback can lateral, backwards pass, or hand it off to another player who can then throw a forward pass. More than two players can be involved. The quarterback can lateral to a receiver, then hands off or laterals to another receiver, and then throws forward pass if it's a Thursday.
Okay, we got it. Thank you very much. Right now, it's survey time. You guys want something else to worry about in your lives?
No!
I didn't think so. More than half of Americans are worried about, well, let's see. When I retire, where's the money going to come from? You think Social Security is going to cut it? You got another thing coming. This is where maybe you're just looking for something like an annuity. What is an annuity? Well, the SILAC insurance folks are authorities on annuities. What an annuity is all about? Well, it's all about having a paycheck coming in for you when you retire. So see the details. Find out what I'm talking about. Restrictions apply. See if you're eligible by heading to SILACINS.com. That's SILAC, SILAC. INS.com. The SILAC Insurance Company. We've made it easy for you, by the way. You can just go to bobandtom.com, and there he is in a starring role, Chick McGee, kind of walking you through some of the details about this. So if you're interested in getting that check once you say goodbye to the boss, because the boss isn't going to go, here's your gold watch, and by the way, we're going to keep paying you for leaving. It's not going to happen. So find out how you can take care of yourself. Think ahead a little bit, and you'll be able to relax a lot more in your present-day life, knowing that down the road things are going to be okay for you. See if you're if this might just work for you. See what I'm talking about. The world of annuities and SILAC, they're the experts. Once again, it's the SILAC Insurance Company. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have idiots in the news. Believe me, we have real idiots in the news, and many other delights. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
By the way, parents, if you have kids and you have the minivan, make sure there's at least 2 TV screens in the back of that minivan, because God forbid your child might be forced to use their imagination for 20 minutes on the way to elementary school in order to keep them busy. I say much better. Every single moment be spoon-fed by the video god that runs their life. Gee, I wonder where ADD comes from. I can't possibly imagine. I mean, we kept the boy entertained 24 hours a day his entire childhood in front of a television with a remote control and a game console. All of a sudden, he can't pay attention. Oh, great Zeus. Why have you done this to our child? Please send down some of your pharmaceuticals as which to cure the lad. Otherwise, we might be forced to spend time with him, and frankly, he's kind of an idiot. And while you're at it, send me something for my fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome and myriad of other ailments the medical community has convinced me that I have, because as an American, if I don't feel good 24 hours a day, well, there must be a pill I can pop into my face and change my brain chemistry to constantly feel better. Or maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, oh great one, maybe you're not supposed to feel good all the time. Maybe it's supposed to be a struggle to get out of bed every once in a while, and in doing that, it's how you become a better person. When you hurdle that part of your life, then you just create this incredible sense of entitlement, which is what I complain about the rest of the world having. Maybe this ADD thing saying is kind of overblown. Maybe it's supposed to be harder to read something than it is to watch it on TV, and we have these big, fat, drug-addicted kids that are basically embracing all the worst parts of Elvis Presley. We're not doing them any favors. Maybe, oh great one, the rest of the world isn't the problem. Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
By the way, that bit is entitled Parenting Advice from a Guy That's Never Had Kids.
I'll tell you what, Miss Pat, that was really good. That was really, really funny. And I tell you, I am going to take you out to dinner.
Really? You gonna take me?
I promised. Yeah, I'm going to take you out to dinner. You wanted the custom sushi?
Yep.
I got a great sushi place. We'll have a great dinner. And you eat sushi?
Yes, I do. And what about dancing?
This is like a small place. They don't have a dance floor, so
It doesn't matter. I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
no. But I can't dance anyway. I'd be
I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
Okay.
All right, Tom. I'm gonna teach you how to dance. You ready? Come on. Come on, shake it, Tom. Shake it.
What am I
Shake
shaking?
it.
I mean, you have.
You shaking whatever this is.
Well, this is. I don't know.
It probably don't work, but come on, Tom, shake it.
Are you bouncing? Are you listening? Are you loose at the knees here?
I'm about to back that ass up, Tom. You ready?
Okay. You're gonna back that ass up?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
I do Pilates, you know.
No, don't run. Don't run. Come on, Tom, drop it. Drop it. Drop
what?
it. Drop
Oh, my
it.
God.
Drop it. Drop it. Up. Now hit the ass, Tom. Hit
Did you ever
hit
see
it.
the movie Deliverance?
Hit the ass. Tom, pat it. Pat it. Pat it. Yeah, pat it. Pat it. Pat it.
I think this may be sexual harassment.
No, I like it. He still following me. Come on, Tom. Don't ride. Hey, go on. Drop it, Tom. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
I think you're gonna crush my knee.
No, that's your knee, Tom. It's really hard.
Yes, and I'd like to make a reservation. Yeah, this is Tom. How are you? Yeah. No. Just for two. Yeah, nice quiet corner. Yeah. Hey, listen, is there like a dance place near you? Some kind of funky.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here in our places with bright, shining faces. And we're once again, remember, cheering on the New York Mets in the Major League Baseball playoffs.
I'm not.
I'm a disinterested party.
Me too.
Not uninterested, disinterested.
And the difference?
Well, disinterest would be like an attorney in a case in which he or she has no particular interest in what happens. They are a neutral party. Okay. Uninterested means it's so boring, like this explanation of what disinterested is versus uninterested.
I like this explanation.
What about this?
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Hello, Mets.
Or
we got the teamwork to make the dream work.
I see a woman with those high socks and spilling
High sock. You mean slouchy
leg
socks?
warmers. He's talking about leg warmers.
Remember that unfortunate thing?
Yes.
Leg warmers. No, Pat.
I liked it. It was hot.
No. Hot yoga pants. Hot. Leg
You didn't
warmers
think
not.
leg warmers were hot?
No, I don't. I'm saying that the yoga pants are the greatest. Don't ever go back to leg warmers.
I thought leg warmers had yoga pants on the top.
That's what I thought. So. How mad are you going to be when tomorrow you come in and you see that I have had painted up on the, what do you call it? A bulkhead.
Yeah.
Up on the bulkhead. We've got the teamwork to make the dream work.
I would never stop studio.
I thought that saying was just recently hatched, if you will. I didn't know it was back in the mid '80s.
It sounds like Kenny Loggins. It sounds like a Kenny Loggins song.
It kind of does. But yeah.
Play it again.
Movie,
Play it again.
Okay.
We got the teamwork.
A little bit, I see. Yeah.
Everybody cut loose.
Yeah, I see. I'm a big Kenny Loggins fan, but that ruins it for me. I think that might be a good project for you, Chick, would be taking years and years and years of these bad fight songs for professional teams. Are there any good ones?
Well, I thought we kind of went down this road before.
Super Bowl Shuffle.
That was good.
It was?
Fun, real fun.
Here's the original Hail to the Redskins.
I was.
Aren't all those guys dead?
Commanders, hail victory. Here's when I worked in San Diego, we tried to update this. This is a San Diego Chargers fight song, but people love this version. Absolutely love it. Superchargers.
I would agree.
Now we're back on the topic of interracial gay porn.
Sounds a little.
However, listen for the, is it a tuba in the Bengal fight song? Ready?
Oh, this is good.
The Bengals.
Sound like farts.
Bengals, mean and angry. Rawr. Ready? I don't know.
They're also like Mitch Miller, a bunch of white guys singing.
I know how much you love Michigan, and you grew up in Cleveland, so here's the Detroit Tigers theme song.
Ugh. They have the weird horn thing too, and
same song.
Boy, I tell you what, banjo, banjo and accordion often can ruin a song.
Accordion, and then we have an email about accordions. My family and I were at McDonald's eating ice cream cones recently, and my daughter couldn't remember the word accordion, so she called it a piano sponge.
Yeah.
I listen every day while driving a dump truck in Arkansas. Josh, he says you are hilarious.
Oh, well, you're very sweet.
Yeah.
Tell your daughter
Tim,
we love.
thank you, Tim.
Piano sponge is what they're called from now on.
That's great.
Here's the.
And by the way, speaking of accordions, one of the fine accordion players, of course, Weird Al. Weird Al's already announced a huge tour for next year, and I highly recommend it. He's got a great live band.
How improbable is it, but true, that one of the greatest all-time accordion artists, Frank Yankovic, and Weird Al Yankovic, not related. And they're both maestros. With
When I first heard Weird Al Yankovic, I assumed it was a stage name.
Isn't it?
Is that really his name?
I think it is his name.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
He was making a joke.
And wasn't Frank Yankovic famous for? Is he the guy that famously, when he would tour, would stay with his fans?
No, I thought Weird Al did that. Oh my! You know what? I'm getting confused. You're right. Frank did that. You're right. Frank,
and he would pack them in. I mean, he was a
huge
Frank Yankovic.
Yeah, monster guitar.
Alfred Matthew Yankovic. So that's his real name.
No relation to Frank Yankovic, and they both play the accordion.
That is crazy.
Is that what inspired him?
It must have been.
We'll have to ask him. We'll have to get him in here.
Okay.
Here's the unfortunate Kansas City Chiefs fight song.
Uh-oh. And on Indigenous People Day.
Go, Chiefs, go!
I don't want to know what makeup those guys were wearing.
They don't still use that, do they?
Not officially. And
no way anyone is.
Are you ready? The Hartford Whalers from the NHL. Here's their fight song. No words.
It's great.
A long intro.
There are no words.
Oh, it's all intro.
He wasn't kidding.
No words.
This sounds like a late 70s detective show.
Yeah.
I'm Hartford Whaler.
You think Ironside had a rough time in a wheelchair? It's Iron Lung. He's a detective being wheeled around.
Here you go. Here's one. I'm not going to tell you whose fight song this is, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control.
Jimmy Horton phase?
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Horton, yes.
God, that's really awful.
That was probably when Danny Thomas kind of sort of owned the team, and he got Flipper to come down there, and they had him in a tank in one end zone. And
Danny Thomas, the actor,
when
owned the
Dolphins?
Dolphins?
Would score a touchdown, Flipper would flip a ball up in the...
I had no idea.
And they recreated that in Ace Ventura. Did you know all this?
Marlo Thomas's mother was the Dolphin.
Oh,
yeah.
Who knew?
In a dolphin suit. It was cheaper to get her to do it.
Okay.
Finally...
I meant Danny Thomas Banks.
From your neighborhood, Tom, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Bad stereo.
Sure, but it's the coolest one we've had.
That is.
Go Cavs. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Go Cavs, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
That is good.
Little more soulful than all of the rest of them.
That is really good.
I like that organ, too.
Never forget what they call them, the Cavaliers. We did a lot of pirate work in the Cuyahoga River.
I'm the captain now. Can I do that?
What name would make you happy?
Not that one.
Be honest. Would you be happy naming a team? Would that be okay?
Sure.
And then you would embrace it.
No. I mean, I think there are many great names out there that could be used, but
not Cavaliers.
It's kind of
you have
lame.
something in mind?
No, I'd have to give it some thought, but I don't think Cavaliers really says much.
The Cleveland
I give you the Utah Jazz. That makes no sense.
Yeah, but that's so.
Well, they came from.
That's so
New
ingrained.
Orleans.
So then you change the name.
It's so ingrained now. It's got to be Utah Jazz. Two, that the Utah NHL. We still don't have a name for the Utah Hockey Club.
I like the Utah Hockey Club. It sounds retro and cool. And
Same with me. I like
Yeah.
Washington football team.
I do too.
As opposed to the
Commanders.
And you think they may actually change it again?
That's the scuttlebutt, but I think people are just telling me that, so I'll stop calling them.
I see.
Do you think if they continue winning like they are, then people will forget about it and they won't want to change the name?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nobody likes the Commanders, and we don't have enough. We don't have a remembering the old days with any of the new stuff, except, of course, for the fight song that they rewrote. Tom, hail to the Commanders! Hail to the Commanders!
Of the Commanders.
You have to rush it in there.
Where were we? Joe Burrow scored. They beat the Giants 17-7. That was the longest touchdown run by a quarterback for the Bengals ever. Jared Goff, 315 yards, beat Dallas. The Lions and Jared beat Dallas 47-9. Lamar Jackson, 323 yards and a touchdown as the Baltimore Ravens beat the Washington football team 30-23.
Chick, I have a football question.
Go.
Why don't, instead of all this running, why don't every time somebody just goes in the end zone and the quarterback throws it to that person? Wouldn't that be better?
It seems like that would be easier.
I mean, I'm tired of hearing about, so-and-so ran 90 yards. How come the quarterback didn't just throw it 90 yards?
And then why do they hand the ball off and the guy goes right into the pile of guys?
Makes no sense.
Why doesn't he go around the guys?
Or jump over them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like a pole vault.
Why aren't they allowed poles on the field?
Whatever it takes.
Can you run over a pile of men? Can you step on them?
Well, you can't. I know you.
Yes.
To block a kick, you can't, right?
No, you cannot jump on somebody to block.
Because didn't they have a thing where guys would have like a little shelf up on the top level of their pants, and the guy would like step on it and go flying up to block the kick?
Is that right?
Man, that should be fair.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Because that's risky. You're still going to get.
He got up in the air. I'll tell you that. But you can, like, if you try to tackle me and I fall down on the ground, but I fall on your body and don't touch the ground, if I somehow regain my footing, I can keep running.
Okay, cool.
Because I wasn't down.
Very nice.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see. NHL winners last night. Well, St. Louis didn't play, so we won't worry about that. Dallas, Calgary, and Vegas all wins. Winnipeg wins in overtime. Breanna Stewart, 21 points. Liberty beat the Lynx 80-66. Evens that best of 5 at a game apiece. And this is a world record. If you'll bear with me here, I need to get back to my world record page.
Stupid world record.
Ohio-based Skyline Chili Restaurant teamed up with its fans to break the Guinness World Record for the most photos of hot dogs uploaded to Instagram in 1 hour.
They did it.
Skyline Chili celebrated their 75th anniversary by taking on the record-breaking challenge with the help of fans using the hashtag Skyline Chili World Record.
I'm going to have 75 Coney dogs in honor of that.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's
the
right.
goal set by Guinness World Records was 500 wiener photos.
Oh, I'll bet they got. I'll bet they got a few. They're just asking for it.
Yeah.
I believe someone was having a little fun with the story. 500
No, I mean, come on.
wiener photos.
And I mean, they want hot dogs, but when you ask,
there's no mention of how many photos they eventually got, but it more than doubled. Can I assume 1,000?
Yeah, more than 1,000, obviously.
Well,
Nowhere in there.
Nowhere in there.
No, I have an idea. Everybody open up your phone. Let's scroll through them and see the first person to have a photograph of a hot dog. My money's on you, Josh.
Wow.
I guarantee I don't have any.
I have a dick pic here. It's your headshot.
Wait a minute. What about that?
Oh.
How about that?
What is it?
That's a hot dog.
The 10th photo I have going back. Oh, that is a hot dog. Who is that dog?
That's Josephine.
It is?
Joey, yeah. She's
Oh,
giant,
my gosh,
right?
she's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's a good-looking dog.
There's a picture of me with a Stag beer that I drank out of the back of my brother's fridge.
The back
He goes, I don't know how long that's been there. I go, I'll drink it.
Have you guys seen a picture of my dad? There's my dad.
That was a good-looking man.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, allegedly your dad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't see that 3% Nigerian.
Thank you, Waze.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
If you look closely. We're not on the air, right?
Okay. So congratulations to Skyline Chili. Now, who's the one that's not the fan? Someone in here doesn't like the... What is it? Cinnamon? What is in the
Nutmeg, I think they put.
Whatever they're doing, I like.
I love it.
Would you like
Big
to
fan.
see Chick McGee as an 11-year-old husky child?
If we weren't in the radio, I would.
Wow.
How about that, huh?
Yeah.
I like my shirt sleeveless so I could show the guns off.
You know, my dad would have referred to you as a bruiser.
Yeah.
My dad called me Bruiser.
He did?
Every now and then.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, he would say Bruiser.
I have a picture of a hot dog, Tom. I totally forgot about this.
Are you kidding?
It's a
I was
meme.
joking.
It's a meme, and maybe we should try this one.
Let's see. Let me see.
It says, the world is not yet ready for the dog hot. And what it is, it's a hot dog sliced down the middle with pieces of bun put in the I call it a dog hot.
That's hilarious.
I saw a thing on some show about putting a hot dog in a pickle.
Like inside a pickle?
Yeah.
Like in a dill pickle. One of those big ones?
So the pickle is
Pickle's the bun.
The bun.
Ugh.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Might taste good. Nice crunch.
relish.
Nice crunch to it. Yeah.
Relish made
Makes
out of
sense. Makes sense. But anyway, congratulations to Skyline Chili.
They did it. Good.
A fun world record. I hope that's a new category. Maybe somebody else will pick that up. Is that sports?
Okay, I put me age 12 up on my Instagram. The Chick McGee.
A cutie.
And but let's keep the comments PG and don't have anybody make me cry. Is that all right?
Okay.
The annual Wife Carrying Championship took place at the Sunday River Ski Resort in Maine. Over 30 couples competed in the 270-yard race that involves one spouse carrying the other like a sack of potatoes while splashing through water, leaping over logs, and trudging through the mud.
It sounds to me like it doesn't matter whether it's the woman carrying the man or the man carrying the woman.
It certainly doesn't. You're exactly right.
You know how they do it, though. Typically, it's the woman being carried by the man. But do you know where they are? It's not like the woman typically is not in back of the guy and he's holding her legs in his arms.
Not piggyback style.
It's
right.
sack of potato style.
Her face is in his butt.
Face is in his butt. We did this with Bert Kreischer one time.
Down. And you and I did it one time,
yeah,
too.
We did, yeah. So
yeah, her face
is into his butt.
Is in butt, so he has his arms free.
Yeah.
The champion leaves with the weight of the wife, not necessarily the female or whatever
partner
that's being carried in beer, and 5 times the wife's weight in cash.
Whoa!
Five times. So that's 110, 120.
So it pays off to have a fat wife.
600.
You can carry her around.
If you win, yeah.
The winning wife placed on one side of a seesaw-like scale that organizers balance out with cases of beer.
Boy,
the level of political incorrectness is almost unmeasurable.
How much does a case of beer weigh?
I don't know.
Like 30 pounds, 40 pounds?
I think like a tenth of a wife.
Is that right?
If that's how we're measuring it.
Most of the participants, as we were saying, use a technique in which the carried is like a backpack upside down to ensure the runner's arms are free for the greatest agility. This year's winner yet to be announced.
Oh. So it has happened, but they...
At press time.
There must be controversy.
At press time, the winner was unavailable.
The name of it is the Sunday River Ski Resort in Maine. Look up...
I already did. I looked it up this morning. They have not announced...
I bet she can...
I saw that on the news this morning, and I don't remember announcing.
They did not announce a winner yet. So.
All right.
Well, what do they have to... Well, then, why don't we wait till they announce a winner to do this story?
Because I thought it was kind of fun.
It does sound like a fun event. You know they're getting hammered.
Oh yeah. You know someone's doing it backwards. Where got the wife face in the front. Never mind. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have a sculpture in Italy that's sparking some outrage, and I did take a look at that during the break, and it is pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Very erect. We also have an opera, and usually operas don't make you throw up, but this one in Germany apparently does.
It's making people throw up.
Violently. Many people.
Nausea, very
and
bad.
it's the whole description of it is just, it's truly disgusting.
Yeah.
Is it a sound wave issue or is it?
No, it's
okay.
No.
Billy Crystal, Spike Lee, and breakdancing all coming up in sports.
Did you know that this the North American Wife Carrying Championship at Sunday River Resort in Maine is based on
a Finnish one, right?
Yeah, and which was based on kidnapping women.
Mm.
Sure. How else you get them to go on a date with you?
Yeah.
To glorify that does seem, I don't know, that just seems somewhat inappropriate. Like the Bill Cosby Quaalude Festival presents.
Wait a minute. All women secretly want to be kidnapped.
Did you say somewhat inappropriate?
Yeah, this thing. I mean, this is glorifying an event that was really horrifying.
And I'm being told the Dodgers have a fight song. We'll be back with that. Okay. Hot dog. Oh,
okay.
Dodger Dog.
Dodger Dog, indeed. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Well, the church burned down and no one knew what Pentecost Baptist was going to do. The brimstone got so dadgum hot it burned up a church bus in the parking lot. In a panic, the Reverend Dr. White called up an ex-member that hadn't lived right. He owned Joe's beer joint right across the fence. It's the same Joe's he'd preached against. He said, I don't really want to be a hypocrite. I got a Sunday school class about to have fits. We're all excited about Revival Week and been moved by the Spirit, so to speak. With all the souls we saved and money we spent, we thought God told us to sell that tent. I got a famous evangelist supposed to come. I've run out of chairs. Will you loan us some? Joe said, well, y'all can just use the whole dang place. Ain't nine on a jukebox, Amazing Grace. I ain't supposed to be open because of them blue laws, but we'll open tonight if it's all right with y'all. Preacher says, well, I reckon it'd be okay. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. Is going to talk about Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, and I reckon I could do it from the DJ booth. At the First Baptist Bar and Grill, it's the only church in the Bible Belt that smells like a whiskey still. When the sinners finish one more round, we'll have dinner on the ground and go inside and pray we don't get killed. The evangelist came with a well-dressed choir. They showed up around happy hour, looked around the joint, and didn't take it real well, said the white ministry has gone to hell. Ms. Mills that taught youth Sunday school and two deacons in the back room shooting pool were sharing the Lord with the Jim Beam rep who was teaching Ms. Mills some line dance steps. Reverend White was reading from the book of Luke to a tall drunk trucker about to puke, had John 3:16 memorized, trying to dry him out to get him baptized. The evangelist yelled about the lights and the beer, said, White, you can't save any souls in here. This place ain't nothing but a den of sin. Ain't the kind of place Baptists ought to be in. Preacher says, well, we don't really need y'all here. You didn't do a very good job last year. You only saved one sinner. That's Todd McGuire. He's a little sumbitch, set my church on fire. Joe's beer joint has done been revived. Only been here an hour and it done saved 5. Sure, it's got mirrors and a big dance floor, but I finally found the flock God called me for. They're at the First Baptist Bar and Grill. It's the only church in the Bible Belt that smells like a whiskey still. I'm trying to think, make sure I don't cuss in here, because usually in the show I do.
Yeah.
I know the lyrics. Wine and here's always chill. Oh, yeah. And we're here every Sunday. We're living large. We're the only church with a covered charge. And if you don't like our doctrine and think we ain't devout, we'll have our bouncer throw your ass out of the First Baptist Bar and Grill. Oh,
yeah. Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Hey guys, Jess Hooker here from the Bob and Tom Show. Looks like the weather's gonna hold out and I am going to do the IndyCar 2-seater experience. A little nervous, but I think I'll be okay. I've been coming to the race since I was about 5, so this is a dream come true. I'm ready to get in one of these cars. I just don't know if they're gonna let me go ahead and drive one. Do you think if I asked to let me sit in front, maybe? Here we go. The nerves are setting in. I'm just waiting for the excitement to trump the nerves. All right. Down and forward. Got it.
Keep going, all the way down.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
We're in here.
You don't have to hold on to anything. The car will hold on to you.
Mentally, it feels like maybe there should be a handle somewhere. Maybe like one of those Fisher-Price car wheels. That'd be cool. Steering wheel.
We thought about putting a horn in there so you can honk at the driver faster or whatever.
What's your name?
Jeremy.
Okay, hi, Jeremy. Just like to know who's making me safe. I'm not sure if it's sweat from nerves. I probably should have emptied my bladder. There's a lot of things going through my head right now. I love my family. Holy hell, it's running, guys. This ain't no game.
Joel and Sting, Sebastian Maniscalco, Weird Al. Jim Gaffigan is going to be coming. Those shows that were all postponed, they'll take place in early October next year.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin.
Yeah.
I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick. Chick McGee, of course, is at the Dude Wipes sports desk. And Josh, this is interesting. Josh is at the IHateStevenSinger.com Sidekick headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll remind you that you have a shot at winning a $500 gift certificate from Steven Singer Jewelers. Log on to bobandtom.com/contest. Each week, we will have another winner. Last week, it was what? Rosie O'Grady, or what was her name? Abby O'Grady, sorry.
Abby something.
And we will have a winner for week 6 coming up tomorrow. But you can get your entries in right now, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And even though I'm not speaking to Billy Crystal, our feud goes back decades, but honored for his devotion to a basketball team that doesn't really have a Hall of Fame history, Billy Crystal couldn't help but note the irony, as only Billy can. He now has a ring before the Los Angeles Clippers do, his favorite team. The actor is being added to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame's James F. Goldstein Superfan Gallery.
With Nicholson, right?
And took part in a ceremony Sunday along with fellow entertainer and filmmaker Spike Lee, Philadelphia businessman Alan Horowitz, and longtime Laker fan Jack Nicholson. Also being added, but the 3-time Academy Award winner Nicholson, I just couldn't attend. I couldn't find the time. And
I don't think Jack's in very good health.
To be. This is supposed to be a fun thing.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Well, he's got to be 100. How old is he?
Why would you bring that up now?
I mean, I'm sure Jack would have attended if you.
I don't think he would have. What is it?
He's 87.
Yeah, I kind of. I can either go to that or I can sit at home and order Chinese food and 3 blondes.
I can eat beef lo mein off of Cindy's.
Did you see the Shirley MacLaine thing on CBS Sunday morning?
No.
Yeah, she mentioned the famous chicken salad and 5 easy pieces.
Scene?
Yeah, because she said she'd always wanted to work with Jack Nicholson after she saw that scene.
Oh.
And she finally got to do it in terms of endearment.
And they were wonderful together.
They were wonderful.
Great.
She had a real crush on him, she said.
That scene is real.
The Corvette scene?
No, this is the scene in the movie 5 Easy Pieces where Jack, the famous toast between your knees thing, that is an actual thing that Jack, the writer of that movie saw Nicholson do that and put it into the movie.
Really?
Yeah. You can put the toast between your legs. Whatever the hell it is.
Hold it between your knees.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sorry. Is that sports?
No, damn it. Doctors are warning that breakdancers, Tom, I know how you breakdance, so listen closely. Breakdancers may be at risk for developing so-called headspin hole.
Headspin hole?
Headspin hole.
You put a hole in your head?
Caused by repetitive headspins. Headspin hole or breakdance bulge is a condition unique to breakdancers and appears as a protruding lump in the scalp, often accompanied by hair loss and try a little tenderness.
Interesting.
Doctors wrote about the condition in a recent report detailing the case of a man in his 30s, developed a growth on his scalp. He had performed various types of headspin maneuvers for more than 19 years.
Ooh.
Really? And he hadn't realized maybe it was time to grow up?
Maybe it's like a top. It gives you a little extra spin if you've got just
So it's a callus on your head where you've been spinning around and it rips your hair out.
You know, they're far too many and varied to list here, but I think the number one reason you would never be a doctor is your bedside demeanor, I would think.
Really?
But, hey, what do you got? Breakdown. Grow up, okay?
You deserve it. Next.
Oh, look at this guy.
Broken leg. Why in a skateboard?
Yeah. How old are you? The lump was surgically removed, and though the surrounding skin remained thick, he felt able to go out in public once again without having to wear a hat.
Hey, you can only wear those party hats. The conical party hats.
He couldn't touch his scalp.
Well, what do we know about the body? It adapts
of course
to what
it does.
you're doing and you're surrounded. So
the
body was just adapting to this guy being on his head a lot, spinning.
Trying to protect itself.
How do you do that exactly?
Spin on your head?
Yeah.
Core strength and...
I have no idea.
A lot of core strength. A lot of that.
I remember when we were growing up, because breakdancing was real big, it was, hey, don't you can break your neck doing that, so please don't try head spins.
Absolutely.
The headspin hole sounds like a
Nine Inch Nails song?
Yeah. I was thinking more of like a CD club. They went down to the headspin hall. They were half the people were on shrooms.
They have the new Velvet Underground on
vinyl,
on disc. Yeah,
they were playing like John Cale at full volume. It was awesome.
Headspin hole.
Hey, we were talking about the New York Mets.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
And, the Mets and the Dodgers play game 2 this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. The Dodgers whooped the Mets 9-0 last night. And here is the Dodgers fight song. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. For a ball game today.
That remind me of Hello Dolly. The worst music ever.
What are you saying?
That's got that stupid banjo and a bunch of white people singing. They did "Hello, Dolly." That makes me vomit.
I mean, it's not far off from things you really like.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm looking for
things you like and or produce.
Right.
I'm looking for Paul Lynde singing "Kids."
Yeah.
That's a great song.
But same exact, so close.
Same genre, same style.
Close.
No.
Yes.
Hello, Dolly is the most sexless, unappealing. Ugh. Phone section.
I bet he catches.
Let's go. Same. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This brought the house down.
Oh, with the kick in?
Yeah.
You know what?
The audience was up.
There's
a showstopper.
Not a dry eye in the house.
That's right, Pat.
This is what we came for.
This is the definition of a showstopper.
Showstopper.
What are they saying hello, Dolly, for? What did she do? They want her back.
Oh, well, that's
crusty old lady.
See, I think you don't like it because of Carol Channing.
You didn't like Carol
I think it's just because you didn't like
No,
Carol
I think that the music's awful. I hated Louis Armstrong's version of it. Sorry.
You know, that's not too bad.
This is Louis Dolly. Well, you and Louis can go crank one in the back. I'm bored.
I like that version.
I'll listen to the Beatles. Coming up,
we have Pat, if you like that version, you're out masturbating somewhere. Okay.
He said you can go crank one off with
Louis Armstrong.
Hey, Louis. There's a dumpster in the back.
He's got a.
Yeah, you want to fill that up?
Got a grocery bag full of pots.
Oh, here, I'll have this guy will help you.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now, coming up.
Is he in a blender? Is that why his voice is shaking so badly?
Probably the DTs. Coming up, we have live sex shows. We have your vacuum cleaners talking to you against your will and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hi, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand. Lavelle, you have, I believe, is it your wife's dog, the Shih Tzu?
Yeah, it's a Shih Tzu.
Okay.
Japanese crap through the house.
You were saying you wanted to get a new dog, so we were giving you some dog tips. Now, I'm a big fan of the Golden Retriever.
Oh, man.
Maybe I could see you with a Golden Retriever.
No, man, that's not a black dog. I'm sorry. Them Golden Retrievers need love. Black dogs, we chain them to a tree, with a truck chain, and you ever see it, the real black people out, the dog be running around the tree on the truck train. He don't even bark no more. He just yelling, help, 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 help. Somebody give me some help. Call the dog whisperer. Give me some help. We don't take our dogs to the doctor. Come on, man. But it's just the thing about it. I want a dog. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to have a dog, I want a man dog.
You need a Rottweiler.
Yeah, Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, a Mastiff, or a mutt mixed with Rottweiler, Pit Bull, Mastiff. A little mountain lion in him. I can't pet him, but he scared me to death, but I take him out anyway. Because like that, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking of this. We in 2010. You don't know what's going to happen. I might be the last man on earth, like I Am Legend. And I don't want to be out here as I Am Legend and got a Shih Tzu as my guard dog.
He's not going to eat zombies.
Right. He's not going to eat zombies or demon dog. He's going to jump in my pocket. Do something. Do something. They're messing up my coat. You lousy Shih Tzu.
But you dip a zombie in grape jelly.
Hey, I don't know how. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to eat him before he eat me. Especially if I'm the last man on earth. Who you going to tell?
That's right.
But I mean, I don't like German Shepherds, but I do. I want a dog that people are scared of. And see, I live in Studio City in California, where it's dog lover haven. Dogs walk around with sweaters on, and they got bottles of water. You got to pick up their poop, man. Come on, man. I'm glad my dog little. Poop ain't that big, because if he pooped like some of these dogs, a mountain of poop, and they got to shovel it up into a little plastic bag. And the dog look like you better get it before you get a ticket.
Well, in your case, obviously, since your dog does it primarily in your home.
Right. Well, but he don't do it in the house no more because I laid down the law.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, that's what.
How'd that go?
That's what newspaper subscriptions
sounds like there was an incident.
It was his butt was sore. I'm gonna just let you know that.
Here's what you do.
Yeah, right. I know. People are dog lovers, and you don't want to be offending nobody. Like, oh my God, because people treat dogs better than they treat adults. You know, I'm for real, man. I was watching Animal Planet one day, and there was a guy out in the water drowning, and there was a dog out there drowning, and they threw a life preserver out there, and they say, put it around the dog. We'll get you next. People love dogs. And my neighborhood, I want to shake it up, you know, because I live with all these nice-looking dogs running around. They all walking around, bougie little uppity dog show dogs. I want to have an animal that ain't nobody going to, you know, be able to feel safe around, like a hyena.
A big ugly dog.
Like a hyena. Or a baboon. You know, a baboon, you have a baboon on a leash. Oh, my God. That would freak somebody out, because a baboon not only will eat you, it will grab hold of you and eat you while you're looking at you. Right. That's a pet.
Wow. I want a pet I can fight off.
Those scare me.
I'm like bad shock move. I don't want no cutesy wuzzy dog. I mean, my dog got to be able to do something. I'm sorry. I mean, my dog, the dog we got now, he's just
doesn't do
pathetic.
anything.
He don't know no trick, but he know how to get the food.
What's his name?
Big Larry.
Big Larry.
Of course. What else would it be? What does he weigh?
He's a little pipsqueak dog. He's
10 pounds?
I mean, he's probably about 9 pounds.
Okay, Big Larry.
Big Larry, yeah, we call him Big Larry. I just kind of gave him a big name, you know, since he was a little.
Trying to help him out a little bit.
Yeah, he's a pet shop dog. You know, I hate pet shop dogs. I like Humane Society dogs because they appreciate you when you come in there. Them dogs put on a show for you, man. I mean, you talking about a chorus line. Please take me home. They're about to kill me.
Hello, my name is Alexa. Are you looking for Bob and Tom Radio? Well, it's on me. Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
But in any event,
where the hell is that?
Just reading down the fine print.
I know.
So you set us up, is what you do. So you can seem omnipotent, is what just happened.
It does say that fans of the most successful teams are more likely to have a lower blood alcohol.
Well, no shit. Yeah, that would make sense.
How about this?
What?
No.
Swifties drink more than Kansas City fans. They did that. They did that as part of their survey.
That can't be
right at all. Swifties' average age are 11, aren't they?
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, all of a sudden this has been handed down by Jesus Christ himself that this result is accurate. You call the others into question.
No, I call...
God, I hate you.
I call all of these statistics into question.
No, Swifties are pretty drunk. Oh, that sounds about right to me, huh? HVAC.com when you're ready to schedule your free furnace or free AC installation. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Oh, yeah.
There's Pat Godwin.
Yes.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
You know, Chick, most other jewelers hate Steven Singer. Why? Because Steven Singer Jewelers gives you the lowest price every single day. No phony sales or fake discounts. Experience the difference. Go ahead. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. That joke of the day is coming right up. I'm Chick McGee at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk. Hello, Tom.
I got a request right here for the joke of the day from Chad in Iowa. We'll get to that, Chad. Ace is getting ready over there. I'll remind you, speaking of Iowa, Larchwood, Iowa, near Sioux Falls, South Dakota, is the site of the Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. And at the event center, guess what's happening coming up on October 25th? It's a Friday night. It's going to be Pat Godwin, Al Jackson, Jeff Oskey, and Josh Arnold doing a special live comedy show. Have some fun. Information's at GrandFallsCasinoResort.com. Are we returning to the sports desk, or are we done?
We are done at the sports desk unless you want to hear.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Hey!
Boy, there's nothing better than day baseball. Man, you go home, you watch it on the TV, you go to the park, have a beer and a dog. Isn't that the best, Tom?
That is so nice.
So great.
Well, and 2 games today, right?
Yes.
The Yankees and the former Tribe. Now the
Yankees
Guardians.
and the Indians tonight.
Guardians.
And then, 4 o'clock this afternoon.
And the announcers, they keep slipping. It's hard not to.
Yeah. Would be hard.
Do the see? I am just did it myself. Do the Commanders guys ever slip and say Redskins?
I have not heard them, not once. And I listen to the
radio broadcast.
I listen to the Commanders broadcast.
Now, when they talk about past games,
they do say Redskins.
They will say Reds because at the time they were okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, now, it's not red. It's more of a raspberry. Those are the sleeves on Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
Some residents of Naples, Italy are reportedly outraged by a giant penis sculpture erected in the city square.
Look at it. It's lovely.
According to Jam Press, and I'll show you a picture if you've not seen this.
You know the difference between Jam Press and Jelly Press, right, dude?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. Look at the size of that thing.
Yes.
But it's not just a phallic. It is a phallus.
It reminds me of a papa.
39-foot tall phallus, Tom.
Yeah, except it looks like a circumcised, but it looks like it's made of
fabric.
Yeah, but it lights up inside.
It's like a Christo made.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get kind of like a lava lamp.
It's kind of tie-dyed-ish.
It's weird.
It's monstrous.
It's called You're a Big Thing, Tu sei una cosa grande, and it recently appeared in the Piazza Municipio. The multicolored sculpture created by the late Gaetano Piece is illuminated from within by lights, flanked on either side by 2 giant hearts that are pierced by Cupid's arrow, which are also illuminated.
I see.
So maybe they look like heart.
the guy should have got the skull. How high is it? I'm sorry.
I said it looks like heart balls.
You know, the next artist who comes up with something like this and goes, look, I just wanted to grab some attention, and if you buy some of my older works, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and take this down.
And I'll go ahead and take
if I
this
sell
down.
a certain amount.
And then I'll, just send me
I
some.
like the hostage art.
Yeah.
But what's the title of it again?
Extortion.
It's called You're a Big Thing, or Tu sei una cosa grande.
And how tall?
39 feet.
Well, you should have called it self-portrait. Scale, 1
The
to 1.
artwork has garnered negative reactions from stunned tourists, residents, and social media users alike.
Didn't they miss out on the out? Shouldn't they call it the Leaning Tower of Penis?
Leaning Tower of Penis would have worked.
Right?
It's in the area.
Right
Hey,
there.
can I see that giant dick pic again, please? There it is.
Oh, it's a headshot of Tom. Witty, he says.
Hello. Hello, there it is.
Gaetano Manfredi, the mayor of Naples, Italy, defended the sculpture, and it's scheduled to stay up until December 19th.
I am Manfredi.
Yeah.
How are you?
You liking the penis?
Look at the size.
Next up, we're going to do nipples from Naples. It's a natural. They got 25-foot nipples. 2
You
of
like
them.
it?
You liking it? Yeah.
You like it, American. You like it.
You like the hooter, the bazumba, ba-boomba.
A boom, ba bum, ba
I'm kind of surprised they're upset by this in Italy. Aren't they known for
Being very open. Yeah.
very open? Yeah.
Free love. Sex in the...
Isn't it?
How about the little ones, Christy? The little one.
Not the big one.
Isn't it just so obvious? How do we get them upset? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's not especially clever.
No, it isn't. It's not. It doesn't look terrible lit up. In fact, it gives me ideas. Maybe something I could do with mine.
Really?
Light it up.
Yeah, maybe some
You're
of
gonna
those.
light it up. You're gonna wrap it up in one of those.
No.
You could wrap it in that crinkly paper that.
That's Halloween. That's a Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, that's
Why don't they have?
Listen, you think this is impressive, lady? How do you think I rang the doorbell?
Crepe paper is what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Why not dress up your
wing?
little Halloween costume?
You can try that with one of your lady friends. See how that goes. Let me know.
With you.
Okay.
I'm sure they make them.
What
I
is
bet
that
you.
joke? I have a dozen donuts, a cup of coffee, and I rang the doorbell.
Yeah, how do you think I rang the doorbell?
Yeah, something like that. Very
the
good.
implication.
Yeah, that he used the. Okay.
rigid.
What else have you got, Christian?
This story is very upsetting. 18 theater goers in Germany required medical treatment for severe nausea after watching an opera involving live sex and real blood.
Oh, opera. So 18 was the total number of people in the theater.
No, this thing is sold out.
Really horrible.
Real
The
blood.
opera called Sancta, a work by the Austrian choreographer Florentina Holzinger, involves an all-female cast portraying nuns, either partially or fully naked.
Come on. Again, it's just all shock
So
value.
horrible. The performance at Stuttgart State Opera included live piercing, unsimulated sexual intercourse.
Unsimulated.
What that mean? Copious amounts of fake and real blood and roller skating.
Of course. Because
Starlight Express.
I mean, yeah, if we asked you to complete the sentence,
One of these
okay,
things is
it's
not
got
like
live
the
sex,
other.
live piercing, fake blood, and what else, Josh? Roller skating. Of course.
Let's throw some roller skating in there.
All 5 remaining shows at the Stuttgart State Opera, as well as 2 performances in Berlin, have sold out.
Great.
Previous performances of Sancta have included live sword swallowing, tattooing, masturbation, and action paintings with blood and fresh excrement.
When is it going to be that someone says Berlin and it doesn't hit your brain wrong? When does that?
I know.
Is that ever going to? Okay.
Yeah.
You think the band Berlin realized, we should have called ourselves San Jose?
Los Angeles, anything. Yeah.
Ms. Holzinger, remember, she's the choreographer. She told The Guardian in an interview earlier this year, quote, "Good technique in dance to me is not just someone who can do a perfect tendu, but also someone who can urinate on cue."
Well, that's outrageous.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah,
obviously.
I can pretty close to urinate on cue.
Well, then maybe you can dance for her.
Yeah.
But you're not can you portray a nun?
30
sounds
seconds
disgusting.
I can
It does
come
sound
up with
disgusting.
something. Yeah.
Don't mess with the nuns.
No.
Come
Why did it have
on,
to be
man.
nuns?
They just sat there and said, "How can we? What's the most outrageous thing we can do?" And someone said, "Yeah, paint with poop, pierce someone live, and then have people over on the side banging it." It's ridiculous.
Hey, Josh, you know why they call them nuns, don't you?
Why is that?
They ain't got
getting none.
They ain't getting none.
Yeah.
They ain't expecting none.
But there's live,
Well, that's a
live
classic.
self pleasure. I mean, it's like a jerk the soleil.
I auditioned for that.
This is an opera, though.
Yeah.
So is there terrible singing also?
I would assume there had to be singing.
It's not over till the fat lady takes a dump.
Oh,
that old saying,
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Hey, you see that lady up front? You know what they call her? Squirt Kreischer.
Oh.
She can go on command.
Oh, gosh.
Up next, The Wiz. We get it. We get it. You're outrageous.
Yeah, congratulations.
You'll get it, too, if you grab some Raycon earbuds.
Hey.
You've heard us talking about these. They're the official earbuds of the Bob and Tom Show. And now Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds have been updated. They added new features to make them even easier to use. They now feature 32 hours of battery life, multi-point connectivity. That's right, lets you pair with 2 devices at once. And the new quick charge function, 10 minutes of charging, yields 90 minutes of battery, and active noise cancellation for the airplane, of course, and any other time you want to shut the world out. And Raycon's available now in new fun colors like blush violet, forest green, and Raycon's come with a 30-day guarantee. So if you need to return them, that's pretty darn easy, too. So stop the fuss. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 20 to 50% off site-wide. That's 20 to 50% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Those Raycons are the best. Coming up, a little bit of... I'm masturbating. A little bit of Dua Lipa coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. No, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just. This is what the Surgeon General is saying.
I know.
So
I think those women who can't are pretty much, by and large, selfish, aren't they?
Screw you, chick.
Yeah. Don't you wish just once they'd have a day, one day a year, where you could say whatever you wanted in the radio? Just so that one time.
I'm over here working, okay?
You know what you could do?
What?
Walk in there and have Dean do it for you. You walk in there, tell Chick what you want to say, and he can fix it for you. A few minutes ago, Chick said something mean to Christy, and she,
I didn't. Was that mean? I was
Yes,
just
it
making
was.
an observation.
I was saying that some women are unable to breastfeed for a number of reasons, and you said
the main reason I can think of is because they're selfish.
So Christy
She
wanted.
seems very well adjusted
Right
and
now.
very
Christy
intelligent.
wanted to respond, and I have great faith in our editor.
Me too, because if
Christy
not, I've
wanted
lost
to
my job.
respond.
We now have the response.
Okay, go ahead, play it.
Hey, chick, you. You've never had to breastfeed. You don't know what it's like. You're a ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. So shut your mouth, you stupid ass.
You know, that last beep could have used a little more work.
A little less a little less,
and not so much hole. A little heavy on the hole on that one.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
I always heard that his herb was top shelf. I just could not wait to find out for myself.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. Well, I've tried it, my friend. And I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I learned a hard lesson in a small Texas town.
He fired up a fat boy and he passed him around.
The last words I spoke before they tucked me in.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I'll never
smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I hopped on his old bus, the Honeysuckle Road.
The party was Vegas, it was after the show.
Alone in the front lounge, just me and him.
With one parting puff, Grim Creeper sat in. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
Now we're passing the guitar, telling good jokes.
I know one's a-comin' 'cause I'm smelling smoke.
No, I do not partake. I just let it pass by.
With a smile on my face and a great contact high. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
In the fetal position, with drool on my chin.
I messed up and smoked weed with Willie again.
My parents are fighting.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They're fighting over the dryer. My mom says we need a new dryer, and my dad says we don't. And the fights are getting mean. I think they're going to start taking out those political attack ads against each other.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Colleen Warren wants a new dryer. We don't need a new dryer. Colleen Warren wants to waste our money. Money that could be spent on a new security system for this home. Colleen Warren wants terrorists to invade our home. This ad was paid for by me because I'm the one with the damn job in this house. Jerry Warren says the dryer isn't broken. Just like he said the air conditioner wasn't broken, the car wasn't broken, and our son Greg's arm wasn't broken.
Oh.
Haven't we had enough of Jerry Warren? This ad was paid for by Jerry Warren, and he doesn't even know it.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Josh Arnold at Sidekick Central, brought to you by Steven Singer.
Something weird in here.
There's Pat Godwin.
What?
I'm Chick McGee at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk. There's Ace Cosby. And Tom, we have a special guest.
And we don't usually have people like him in here. He's Italian.
In the studio.
Nick Novicki is our guest, comedian, actor. We'll talk with Nick in a second. I think, are we going to get hooked up? There we go. There's Greg Warren on the big screen. Nick, I know you and Greg are buddies.
Boy, oh boy, Warren. Warren, you've gone Nashville. You got the Opry hat on? Holy hell.
That's right, buddy.
Oh, my
That's awesome.
gosh.
I saw a great stand-up show this weekend, and it starred that guy right there.
Really?
It was Greg Warren. Great show. Great show. And
Thanks, Tom.
I know you're preparing for your new special, which I believe you're taping November 23rd in Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone. Am I getting this right?
You got it exactly right, Tom. Thank you.
And it's going to be great. Doesn't need any polish or anything. It's perfect. Every word is brilliant. Don't change a thing. It was really good, Greg. Thanks very much. What a good show. You and Willie had a great time, and got a bunch of nice letters about it too, Greg.
Ah, cool.
And also, I should take a little bit of time to note you have a new podcast out there called The Consumers, and I know you and Tim Convey and is it Sean O'Brien?
Yeah.
You guys talk about a particular product in a semi-serious manner, and what's
I think it's you'll hopefully be entertained. You'll probably learn a few things, and then in a couple of times you'll be like, I don't think these guys know what they're talking about.
Greg, I wanted to tease you about it, but I can't. It really is a great listen. It's so fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Even with Sean O'Brien on it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I laughed out loud a lot.
Shock the world.
Now, Greg, as you know, we do have Mr. Novicki in here, and you guys...
very funny guy, man.
You guys have both worked with Nate Bargatze, so that's how you know each other. And Nick, I understand, used to be roommates with...
That's right. Yeah, we used to live in a one-bedroom apartment, actually, 4 comedians. So we literally lived in a living room that had we had like a sheet between us.
And since this is radio, I will point out you are a small man.
Yes.
How tall are you?
3'10".
3'10".
So I had the bigger part of the living room than Nate, too, which he still is mad about.
Yeah, I was going to ask, when it came to beds, did you have a...
Don't.
Clearly, it would be a practical matter that you would have a smaller...
He had a love seat.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have a couch. Thank you, Christy.
We both actually had cots, but I had a bigger cot than him.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, we're going to talk with Nick, but right now it's time for the Warren Report. Greg, have you got anything in mind today?
Yeah, Tom, I wanted to do a deep dive into alligators today.
Oh.
Wow. Those are really something. They've been around for a long time, haven't they, Greg?
37 million years, Josh.
Now, did you see the thing last week, post-hurricane, where the guy is in his living room? Did you see this video?
Yeah.
This guy's in his house, and he's got a flashlight, and there's a 10-foot alligator in his living room, swimming.
That's
just hanging out.
Scary.
Yeah.
Oh, you got any chips?
What's wrong with you? Like you never seen an alligator in your kitchen before? What the hell, pal?
So what did you find out, Greg?
Man, I found a lot of interesting things. One of the more interesting things to me is alligator mothers are very nurturing.
Oh.
They take care of their kids, unlike most reptiles. Yeah, there's a lot of deadbeat lizard moms out there smoking cigarettes in casinos. He can find his own way home. He's 8. He ain't gonna make 9 if he don't start fending for himself. Most I should say, most moms are nurturing. 7% of baby alligators are eaten by their parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Now, it's mostly the dads. The reason is multiple paternity. Baby alligators in a single litter can have different dads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which it's a mess, guys. I don't know if you guys have ever tuned in one of those Alligator Maury Povich episodes, but it's crazy. But it did, that show back, I think it was in the 80s, My Two Alligator Dads. Paul Reiser, Stacy Keenan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good cast.
80% of baby alligators fall victim to predators. So it's a rough childhood.
Yeah.
As nurturing as these mothers are, a lot of things get to them. Birds, raccoons, snakes, bobcats, bass.
What?
I know. I was thinking the same thing, Tom.
A bass can eat an alligator?
I know you're a baby, but if a bass gets you, maybe you weren't going to make it in this world.
How small are they when they're born?
Small.
Really?
They're small. They're small.
And they're a big bass also.
There are. And the thing is, now that I look at it, maybe I read it wrong. Maybe it's bass. Maybe maybe Bootsy Collins and John Entwistle are eating these baby alligators. I don't know.
Silly.
Pretty stupid, right, John?
I enjoy it.
The way they get you, if you're big, they don't like to eat stuff. They use a death roll, basically. If you're big, they can't consume you in one bite, so they pull you down to the bottom of the water and they just roll you around. They can't do that if their tail is immobilized. Their tail has to be at a certain flex point to be able to do the death roll.
Oh,
so it's pretty awful. If you're caught in the water with an alligator and they start to death roll you, the thing they say is poke them in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're thinking fairly clearly while you're being.
Well, Tom, you don't know who listens to this report. I mean, it's as good advice. Poke them in the eyes.
Just nice
Mo
eye
from
contact.
the Three Stooges never got death rolled.
No, they were real good at it.
Yeah, when you were a kid, did they have the Three Stooges playing on one of the afternoon shows? We had Captain Penny, and he would always go, "No, don't do that."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would always go, "No, these are don't ask your buddies to pick 2 and hit them in the eye."
Oh, they would show on Channel 11, KPLR was always the big stuff.
KPLR TV, yeah.
The Slyman brothers never told us not to do that.
Yeah, that was the. I know the Slymans.
So what you're saying is maybe one of these is we're going to get a letter from someone that's saying, "Yeah, I was listening to your show, and that Greg Warren guy, when I was pulled under by the gator, I knew what to do."
Yeah, you're supposed to gouge
I'd like
their
to
eye.
think so, Tom. I'd like to say. Interestingly enough, a gator roll, an alligator will sometimes death roll another alligator when they're competing for a female.
Oh.
Which I would think would be confusing, because, who's death rolling who? I'm death rolling you, Larry. What are you talking about, Mike? I'm death rolling you.
Was that an Aretha Franklin song? Who's death rolling who?
It is, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to say who's zooming who, but I don't think anybody would have thought it. You knew it.
And who would think that song actually would make sense 30 years later?
Zooming who? Yeah.
There was no.
Oh, with the technology.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, she was ahead of her time with that turd of a song.
Hey,
is that a bad song?
Oh God, it stinks.
It's the same album.
Be honest, I enjoy it.
I think it's the name of the album, "Freeway of Love."
Oh yeah,
was on, and "Freeway of Love's" an amazing song. I'm driving on the freeway of love in a new Cadillac.
Or a pink Cadillac. Oh, is it a new Cadillac?
That is a good one.
If you can drive a freeway in there, boy, that lady's been
You guys
around.
are pretty good. I got to be honest.
Thank you.
You guys got to get. You guys put out some hits or something. The force of an alligator's jaws equals the weight of a small pickup truck.
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty tough. The muscles when they close the jaws are insanely powerful. However, they're very, very weak opening their mouths.
So you can keep an alligator's mouth clamped shut with your hands.
With your hand.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do it if they're transporting them with duct tape.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when you do duct tape the alligator's jaws or you're holding them with your hands, you can hear the alligator going, if I ever get my mouth open, you're a dead man.
You might have me now, but all right.
Yeah, the tricky part is getting down there so that you get him. You want the alligator's mouth shut before you grasp that to tape it down. You see?
Yeah,
it's tricky.
Well, a lot of these gator hunters, they have tricks. They're like, hey, man, just close your mouth for a second. I want to take a picture. You look better that way. And that's how they get them. Yeah.
Your teeth. Yeah, those teeth are awful.
They're very proud.
Yeah. Gator, in my opinion, one of the top 3 nicknames for somebody working in a kitchen.
Ah, that is a good one. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe a maintenance guy, too.
And why do they isn't there an article of clothing referred to as a gator?
Mm-hmm.
It's a neck.
It's a
neck thing. It's like a.
But why?
Keeps you warm.
I don't know.
What does that have to do with alligators? What does that have to do with alligators, Greg?
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no reason you would expect that to come up, or
sure you would.
See, here's the thing.
I mean, if there were an article of clothing called a Josh Arnold, I would expect you to know why.
No, it's like
it's spelled Gaiteo.
I see an omelet's not on the menu. A gator will make you an omelet. Come over.
Yeah, there you go.
See?
There you go, Chip.
That's what
I'm talking about,
That's
right?
what we were talking about.
Gator will hook you up.
Sorry.
Not what's the item of clothing called again. Why, Tom?
Yeah. Gator make you an omelet?
He will.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Hey, Chick, it seems like the furnace is not working. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Have Gator take a look at it. He knows.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. So a male gator will take another male gator and do a death roll.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now do they end up, what if they end up kind of digging it? Do they end up like going out antique shopping together? And
yeah, sometimes I think
getting hooked up. And
you mean a gay gator?
The gay gator. Hey, look, I'm not a judge.
No, there's you know, if you're Catholic, you can eat gator on Friday.
That's right.
I did know that.
We talked about that not too long ago.
Yeah, we did.
Why is that?
Yeah, it's not considered
reptile.
meat.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I've had fried alligator. It's one of the first things I had when I moved down to Texas. It's real good.
Is it?
Ace. Chick and I had fried. Didn't we have gator?
Yeah, but it was was yours breaded and deep fried one of those deals?
Yeah, that's ours.
They always do that.
Right, I couldn't tell if it was good or not. I couldn't tell
what it was.
You dip it in ranch and it's amazing. Yeah, but you do the same thing with cigarette butts and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it with
God, I love fried cigarette butts.
Oh, man, it's so good. You'd be surprised.
Nick, our guest, Nick Novicki, are you a cook? Do you like to cook?
I like to cook, yeah.
Can I ask the obvious question?
Yeah.
Do you have like a little ladder or like little? Do you have those stilts that the plaster guys wear?
Bungee jump in. No,
I mean because it would be dangerous to have you're at eye level and you're deep frying alligator.
I actually had something crazy that when I was a kid, I have what I call my man patch of hair right here on my
lower
on my
neck
stomach.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I was cooking pasta and I'm stepping on a step stool. Mm-hmm. I have the boiling water. The step stool comes out. It goes all over it goes all over. And ever since then, I have this like lion mane right here. Like the rest of my stomach, I swear, it is not. I don't have hair anywhere except right there.
Interesting.
So it's
wow,
kind of fun.
Wow.
So the boiling water caused it to grow?
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that when I was 17 and had no pubic hair. I would have dipped my genitals in spaghetti water.
Who among us has not?
Our guest is comedian Greg Warren, who is doing a killer job getting ready for his new special. What is the title of the special, Greg? I forgot to ask.
I don't know. I think I'll probably let Nate do that. He does a pretty good job. He named my last special.
I don't know. Tom likes to name things.
I'll tell you what, it's terrific. I'm so excited for you, and
How about Greg Warren doing stand-up comedy? How about that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Coming from a fan of the Washington football team.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I will strangle you at the testicles.
Greg Warren, the alligator role.
There you go. For all you gay gators out there.
It's great, Greg. I can't wait to hear the title. So, but I urge everyone to go see it. Now you have another about, what is it, 6 weeks before you have to do it? What is it?
6. I think we're at 6, 5 or 6. Yeah.
November 23rd is the date. No reason to make our audience do the math here. Always just
because you can't do math, I think it's typical.
I think most people would just rather hear November 23rd.
No, you're just upset because we all know that when it comes to math, you're pathetic.
That doesn't upset me at all. I'm proudly terrible at math.
Not numeral oriented.
Yeah. Plenty of machines.
And she said, no, I said 69, not 60.
Hey, Greg, when Tom came to see you on Saturday night, did he behave himself? Was he a gentleman, or did he?
Oh, he was outstanding. Yeah.
That always throws me. See, that's what he lulls you in. He lulls you into a false sense. Oh, this guy's normal. He's
I'll tell you what, man. If you get Tom off of this show, he's a delightful human being.
He sure is.
Nick, I'll be nice to you later.
Yeah.
But it's a killer show, Greg. I urge everyone to go. How many more gigs do you have before you record, do you know? Are you working every weekend?
Every weekend.
More math.
I don't want to throw jobs off.
Okay, sorry.
As boring as anything.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, let's get to your alligator conclusion, please, before Josh gets mad.
Well, no, I'm already mad. I wanted to hear more about gators, but you wasted half of his time talking about how many more shows. Get that to me in minutes.
I was talking to our guest Nick Novicki about, because you mentioned.
No, I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah,
you weren't doing that.
Yes, because I wanted to know if he was. Oh, God, I almost said a short order cook. That would be me.
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Sorry, Greg. Chick's ruining this. Go ahead.
They're the loudest reptile in the world.
Yeah.
What?
Loudest?
What?
Yeah, when they mate, they make a lot, or they're looking to mate.
When I see them walk into a movie theater, I go, "Here we go."
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, they're going to talk.
I'll just ask the projectionist to turn it up now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
90 decibels, Josh. They're at 90 decibels.
During lovemaking is what you're saying, right?
No, the preparing for lovemaking.
Oh.
Hey, baby!
Get over here!
Get in here, Gator.
Hey, this isn't going to talk this out. Let's go here. Hey!
Humans max out at around 70.
Wow.
Although the kids on the soccer team staying in my hotel in Louisville this past weekend, I think they're around 97.
Wow, were they?
This is a last interesting fact, Tom.
Okay.
The sex of the babies is determined by temperature.
What?
If the nest is warm, they are male. If the nest is cool, they are female.
Interesting.
Wow.
I don't know
Lower than
about
86, you got a female. Higher than 93, you got a male. I'm not sure what happens in between.
Well, if it's cold, the penis probably shrinks up inside the gator's body.
Yeah, I think you're right.
becomes a girl.
That's
Yeah.
what happens. Yes.
You know, Chick, I'm not sure that's technically what happens,
I'm
but
pretty
it
sure
sounds
that's
logical.
You're just embarrassed that I figured this out before you did.
I'm embarrassed that you did more research than I did.
Is that exactly right?
Greg, how many more Tuesdays until you record your special?
3 hours. Well, I can tell you this. Greg's going to be in Kansas City, Missouri, coming up this weekend. Am I getting this right? And then it's Detroit, Michigan's Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Yeah, great club. One of the first clubs in the Midwest. Outstanding club.
And then you've got the Rather Hall in Murray, Kentucky. Yeah. And the Funny Bone in Westport, St. Louis, all coming up. And Omaha, Nebraska. So some great spots before you get to Columbus. Go see Greg. It's a great show. I really had fun. Thank you so much, Greg.
You bet.
Okay, and we're going to hang out with your friend Nick Novicki in a matter of moments.
Nick, good luck with these guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for your alligator report. See you later. Wasn't that cute?
After a while, crocodile.
Wasn't that fun?
That guy's a professional. He's a professional.
I'm going to start thinking about that, though, for the alligator. You know, maybe just wear goggles just in case if I need to poke him in the eye and I get attacked.
Yeah.
You know, you go under.
Yeah. See, we learned something today in this show.
Yeah.
If you get pulled under for a death roll with an alligator, poke him in the eye. Isn't the same thing for sharks?
Punch him in the nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again, right near the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
listen, Tom, I know you got to go, but don't mix that up. If you wind up punching an alligator in the nose, you're a dead man.
Okay.
Don't poke a bear in the eye either.
And then I can remember, what is it? Black bear, wear underwear.
Yeah.
That's right. If they're white, you're going to die. I can't remember. Thanks, Greg. Great show.
Bye, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
I urge you to see it. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about therapy and the importance of therapy, and also the importance of not wasting your time by making therapy a lot more convenient. What I'm talking about is the fact that the therapy is done online. The way it works is you'll take a little bit of a kind of a questionnaire and fill it out and be lined up with a therapist. I want to say 35,000 plus therapists are working in this program right now. So they're going to be able to find a therapist that suits your needs. And the idea then is that the therapy is done online. So it's a lot more convenient, a lot more flexible, because you can do it in the convenience of wherever you are, whenever you want to do it. So get all the details on how this works by visiting BetterHelp.com. In fact, it's BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The BT Show part will knock 10% off your first month. Once again, it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The therapy, of course, done with a professional therapist, and you can do it like it's a Zoom call with a picture going, or you can do it like a phone call, or even just texting back and forth. So help yourself find out who's in there. You are in there yourself, and maybe yourself needs a little bit of coaching and a little bit of help. So that's what BetterHelp is all about. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. This is part of the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. Coming up, we're going to hang out with comedian and actor Nick Novicki. And Christy, what do you got over there?
Coming up, we have a very interesting situation at a local church involving some suck sounds. And Mount Everest, a foot. They found a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dead frozen foot.
Well, yeah, of course it's dead and frozen.
Well, could have been alive briefly. Well, you know, I was talking to Greg Warren after the show, and he was saying, you know, if you get a foot now, you can grow the rest of the human back.
Oh,
if it's the right time, if it's the right temperature. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Well, there he is. We're going to be joined by Randy Feltface is joining us.
May we call you Randy, or do you prefer Mr. Feltface?
No, I'm very happy with Randy. Let's keep it informal.
Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Feltface. Randy Feltface. I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm from all the way on the other side of the planet.
I see.
Yes. It's so exciting to be here, though. Look at this beautiful studio set up here.
Isn't it something?
It's very nice.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for dressing up, wearing a tie. You look good.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd wear my little vest this morning. Am I looking at you, by the way? I have no idea.
Yes,
great. I've got you. I got you. Fantastic.
Very dapper.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Randy Feltface is a touring comedian. Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Please go right ahead. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for a scoop.
Are you a single man?
I am a single man. Yeah, very difficult to have relationships on the road. I am constantly on the road. I tour all year round. So my only meaningful relationships are with the people who work in the Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia Airport. They are.
That is a nice one.
That is pretty much all I got going on, my friends.
Do you use the dating apps?
I don't use the dating apps. No, I'm not on the dating apps. I find when you're only in town for one day, the investment in planning ahead. What am I going to do? Get 4 cities ahead? Try to hook up dates? No. I generally just walk around the streets, just screaming for attention.
You move well. I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite the mover. This is. Yeah. You should see me. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, look at this. I've got all the moves. You should see me with a katana at a Monopoly game.
Do you? Is it fair to ask this? Do you have a type? If I were to ask your friends, hey, listen, we were talking with Randy Feltface. Is there a specific type of,
Nah, not picky at all.
Really?
No. Again, in town for 24 hours. I'll take what I can get, really. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Australia?
Well, I've been on this particular tour just for a couple of months. So, I was there for December, January. I was there for the Christmas period.
Nice.
And then, love the Christmas in Australia, the hot, summery barbecue weather. Very different to here. Different to here.
It's all backwards.
I know. How about that crazy southern hemisphere? Am I right? Anyone who's with me?
Yeah.
Who's with me in the morning?
Anybody?
I know.
Now, who are...
I'm actually here to audition for the show. I feel like I could be a permanent fixture.
Sure.
If you got any news stories, throw me something and I'll just come back with some wacky quip. Okay. What do you got for me?
We'll call on Miss Jessica. You got a news story?
What do you got, Jessica? Come on. Don't let me down.
Officials in New Mexico announced that the state produced more than 53,000 tons of chili during the last growing season.
Wow.
Meanwhile, New Mexico's governor signed legislation that established the sweet smell of green chili roasting in the fall as the state's official aroma.
Oh, roasted green chilies.
So
you have official aromas?
Apparently.
State aromas. Okay, call in on WXFTP. We're getting calls on what radio station is this? What's the call sign?
Very many. Just keep going.
Oh, there's too many. Oh, it's syndicated. I've already failed the audition. Call in with your favorite state aromas. Come on, that's got to be a call in waiting to happen.
What is there a national aroma in Australia?
White squirrels.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Now, your kids are, 11 is your son, right?
Yes, correct.
How old is your daughter?
6.
6. Okay, great.
Yeah,
she still gets away with stuff, probably. 6 years old.
She's so funny that I just refuse to punish her for anything.
Right.
She came up from kindergarten one day and she goes, "Dad, Stacy and I were playing catch and she hit me right in the balls." She only has an older brother. She's only heard that area referred to as that. A good dad would tell her that she's wrong. I am not going to do that. I have chosen to use that to my advantage. She'll be on her first date and making out with some dude and she'll be like, "Touch my ball." Guess who's done making out? Until at least college, because now everyone in high school thinks she has balls. Thanks, Facebook.
Best daddy. Come on.
Hey, Christy.
Hey, chick.
Have you seen the banana video?
Who hasn't?
I wanna do something freaky to you, baby.
Pretty proud of you. Impressive.
Thanks. Yeah. I was just wondering what you could do with my banana.
Your banana?
Yeah.
Well.
Now the Bob and Tom Show presents Christy Lee eating a banana.
Really, it happened.
You went in there to check him out?
I wasn't checking on him. Did you fall in? No, I just opened the door. I forgot to lock the door. We'll hear about what he's got going on a matter moment. I can't. It's your fault.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Like I don't know, it's my fault. I'm Chick McGee at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk. That's Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. Hello. And there's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer Sidekick Central.
Hi.
Tom.
A lot going on. I got to do things. Got to get organized.
All right. We'll do something while you.
I said hello and he was immediately lost.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I was distracted. There's a live lasagna in the building. Things are
live lasagna. That would be distracting.
I don't think I want any of the live lasagna. You get a dead lasagna.
It's not just any lasagna. It's made
brisket lasagna.
Brisket lasagna. Are you kidding me? That's
very meaty.
Two great things meat.
I need to get a hunk of that.
Secret to brisket. Low and slow, baby.
That's right.
Low and slow.
Good.
Dr. Pepper on it, or
let's
Pepsi
see,
or
before
something.
we meet our guest, Nick Novicki, I want to mention that we do have our Pick'em contest up and running. It's Bob and Tom's Pigskin Picks, and as we get ready for the next week of the NFL, following tonight's game, you can actually go. You can weigh in right now, but make your picks, and you can win yourself a $500 gift card from Steven Singer Jewelers. Now, we have news to get to, but we also have a guest in the studio. He is Nick Novicki, actor, comedian.
You have to calm down. Catch your breath.
Just relax.
He's everywhere at once.
I've been back and forth to the green room 10 times.
Okay.
Because of the lasagna.
No, I kept forgetting stuff.
Make a list.
I finally got it all together. Everything's going great. Nick, how are you,
think
sir?
so, wouldn't you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome.
Great
Thanks
seeing
for
you.
coming in.
Yeah.
Well, if we'd remembered who you were, you wouldn't have had you back.
He's pleasant.
He's pleasant. He's fine. Yes.
Now, are you involved in a personal relationship at this point in your life?
Yes. I am married.
Yeah.
I
Happily
remember
married.
this.
Been married 9 years. I got a 3-year-old and another one on the way.
For you, Nick. That's
Well,
wonderful.
you've been doing the devil's business.
That's going to be weird when she gives birth to a 3-year-old. That might hurt.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. My daughter is growing up a lot, and the interesting thing is we actually don't know if she's little.
Oh, okay.
Because my kind of dwarfism doesn't show up right away. So we have no idea. My favorite thing to do is late at night, I like just sneaking in the room and just looking at her, going up to her and just being like, "What are you?" And then just walking away. No, but we are at a point, though, where she is old enough. So I did want to have a serious conversation with her. I was like, your dad does little and your mom has little and you may be little. And she just looks me right in the eyes and she goes, "And that's okay." And I was touched, But before I could say anything, she was like, "And I want a Barbie." I was like, that was a good time to ask for that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's her name, by the way?
My daughter's name is Marley.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, my parents didn't know till I was 4 that I was a little person.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
That is interesting.
And there's no test they can give her or anything? She just...
Nah, I mean, you could do a test, but it's like a whole, we're like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Right,
You're going to end up small, you're small.
No reason to go through all
we're
that.
in that.
Yeah.
And I actually know a ton of little people too. I argue that I know every little person in the world. And I made that argument to somebody. I was in New York and they're like, "No, you don't." I was like, "I do." And I swear the timing was just perfect. A little person walks up and goes, "Hey, Nick." You see? You see?
Yeah, we had another comedian in here who was also small of stature. And I remembered asking this question because a lot of the clothing made for little kids is so colorful and clown-like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is there a place where one who is an adult, such as yourself, but happens to be very small of stature, can buy what would normal? I don't know what the word I want. You know what I'm saying?
We get. I mean, I take it. I love that kids' clothes fit. Because you end up in cool outfits. For
you're
cheaper.
always in fashion.
I'm always in
half
fashion.
the price,
And I
exactly.
still, I get stuff. It's awesome too as an actor because I get stuff. They have to customize it for me. So if I'm in a TV show or a movie, I was on The Sopranos, and I play a nightclub manager on The Sopranos. So they gave me an Armani suit, and after I was like, "You're not going to use this again." Let me get that. Let me get that.
They let you keep it?
And they let me keep it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
There's a good point.
Yeah, I know, man. My sister, every once in a while, she'll do a gig, and she's a model, and she'll get to keep the stuff. So yeah, that makes sense, I guess, but especially in your case. So do you whip out the Armani suit every now and then?
Yeah, and the funny thing with that, too, is I say that anytime I do something. In Sopranos, I was 22 when I did that. I was in season 6. And I mentioned it, and I was like, "Hey, can I get this? No one's going to use it again. You literally have customized it. You cut the sleeves off, all this stuff." And they go, "Well, we can't, just give us your name and number." And there was a year hiatus, and then the last season. So I get a call 3 years later. Somebody goes, "Are you Nick Novicki?" I was like, "Yeah." And I thought it was just like a scammer. And they're like, "I'm from the wardrobe department of The Sopranos. Where can we send you this?" And they sent me an Armani suit and all this stuff.
How cool is that?
That is cool.
Wow. but again, though, if you don't want to be wearing Garanimals, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of colorful.
There is a lot of colorful, kind of crazy stuff. So you have to find the right, the right things. And luckily, I'm married, so she is much better at finding stuff because separate to being a little person, I also just am a regular dude with bad taste.
Right. I wish Kelly were here to hear that. She would like that so much. Is there a store? Is there an online store devoted to folks of your small stature?
There's a little bit, but we're a small market, so
of course.
It's like that is like a legitimate thing, though. I mean, there isn't enough of us, so there are some designers that will kind of specialize a little bit. But for me, luckily, I could just shop kids stores, and, and just find cool stuff that's hopefully not too colorful.
Oh, cool. Well, we're hanging out with comedian Nick Novicki. We're going to come right back. We've got Nick. What else do you have over there, Christy?
Coming up, we have robot vacuums that.
Oh, this is the greatest story.
Must clean.
Yeah.
Must
well,
clean.
It takes an evil turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no doubt.
It's worse than you think.
Yum, yum,
And do you think your house is haunted?
I don't think mine is. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
a
haven't
lot of
felt
people
anything.
apparently do.
Okay.
Think their homes are
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morgan Freeman reading Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet, eating her curd and whey. Along came a spider.
It's too good.
Down
Perfect,
beside
man.
her.
Can you do Liam Neeson doing one?
3 blind mice. See how they run.
What are they running from?
I'm a man who's kidnapped my daughter.
Right. Do you have any special skills?
I don't know who they are. I don't know what these mice want. But if they're looking for some cheese, I'll tell you this.
Oh, come on. I'm loving this.
Pacino and Hickory Dickory?
Hickory Dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 3 and all went wee. That's wrong. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub.
What were the 3 men in a tub doing?
A butcher,
Rub-a-dub-dub,
a
3 men in
baker,
a tub.
and a candlestick maker. I know who you 3 are. I know what the 3 of you do. But I'm going to tell you this. This bathtub doesn't have a lot of time.
Hey, did you enjoy those videos played in that break? Check out the Bob and Tom YouTube playlist for more great stuff.
We have the young Shane Moss, comedian from Wisconsin, now living in Boston.
Yeah, I got the Ghost of Christmas Future.
There you go.
Right next to me. So. It's not too late, is it? I can still change.
You can.
Turns out it is too late.
Oh, yes. You mentioned that your girlfriend is a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Now, did you have any normal jobs prior to this comedy thing?
Yeah, I had. I did a lot of manual labor type stuff. I worked in a factory for a few years. Worked construction. The worst thing that I ever did was I was a temp laborer.
Yeah.
Which was just an awful job, and there's like no health insurance or anything with it. There's just workman's compensation. So anytime I need to seek medical attention, need to be a work-related thing. You know, I'd have to call up my boss and be like, yeah, I don't know, I better go and see a doctor. It's just yesterday, I think I was just picking up a little bit too much weight, and I think I might have gotten herpes.
Yeah, I better have that checked.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane all the things you have to worry about. Like I remember when I was in grade school, you know, I'm not that old, but just 20 years ago in grade school, the biggest concern was don't share hats, you might get lice.
Oh.
And they're much more serious now. Like, don't share needles, you might get AIDS.
Yeah.
Well, at least you can share hats again. Who cares about lice?
Yeah. How true.
I see. Shane Moss is our guest. We've talked about the fact that you drive all over the place.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. This is one of my favorite topics. It's kind of an inside showbiz thing, but every once in a while you get what's termed a hell gig.
Yeah.
Maybe you're on stage and you're in a small club or a bar, and they've got a TV on over here. There's a pool game going on. People aren't paying attention. Do you have any great hell gig stories?
Well, I have a few, and I'll tell one anyway, and then if we have time for more, that's cool. I'll combine cars and a hell gig. How's that? I was in Detroit recently, and this actually wasn't a hell gig at all. It's just kind of my fault. I made a little mistake. Detroit's kind of a little bit dangerous. It's actually ranked the most dangerous big city in the country, and if you remind them of that, they will kill you.
Or try.
Yeah. And I let it slip on stage that I drive a Hyundai, which is a sin there. And I had to explain to him. I was like, listen, you know, I'm all for supporting American-made products. I don't want anyone in Detroit to lose their job or anything. It's just that if I'm driving through Detroit, I want the most reliable vehicle possible. And,
wow.
That didn't go over very well.
What's the exact correct name of this?
The Pickle Dog.
The Pickle Dog.
Pickle Dog.
Okay, now.
Well, we are all Pickle Dog virgins.
So, Bob, why don't you go first, and I'll do the play-by-play.
Now, Bob, your right hand, you're supposed to put your left hand behind your head before you. Oh, no! Pickle Dog down!
Okay, Bob is now chewing the Pickle Dog. He's about to give his analysis and his review. Bob.
Delicious.
It is delicious. It gets a thumbs up from Bob.
It's very messy.
Are they going to be able to show this on the TV show?
No, eat it.
It's very messy.
Bob, your thoughts?
John, I shot my hot dog right out of the pickle.
Out of the canoe.
Well, some people get a little excited when they have the first Pickle Dog.
Well, you know, I did, and I've created a huge mess over here that actually looks somewhat like a porn shoot.
This may take a while. So how'd it go, boss? He said he's heard worse. He says he's heard worse. He says he hears worse every morning.
Bob and Tom in the morning. Louisville's classic rock all day on 95.7 QMF. Please forgive us.
More ticket information at heartlandfilmfestival.com. It's the Disability Film Challenge. It's a great thing. You can find out about it in just a minute right here.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, hello, hello. We've got a special guest in the studio this morning, Tom.
We do indeed. We have a comedian actor, Nick Novicki. We'll talk with Nick in just a second. I want to go around the horn here. The happy man over there is Josh Arnold. Oh, he is a happy man.
Hi there.
You know why he's happy? Because he's at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair, because he has the, right there, the headquarters of sidekicks.
Yes.
That's it.
Proud to represent them.
Internationally. Mm-hmm. He's the man.
All the sidekicks check in with Josh.
They do, of course. We have Christy Lee with the raspberry sleeves over there.
Hello.
She's at the Silac news desk. And,
My sweater's raspberry, not just the sleeves.
I can't see that far. We have Chick McGee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Nope, that's not right. I'm at the Dude Wipes.
Oh, sorry. Christy
Silac
threw me.
Christy
Sorry.
threw me.
It's my fault.
Yeah, she's interrupting.
I apologize.
And then Ace is right over there. And Ace.
I don't know how this got out of control. I'm sorry. I blame myself. It won't happen again.
Thank you. Ace, have you met our guest, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's time that Ace met Nick professionally.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Nick, I know that you are a fine actor and a comedian. You've traveled the world, and yet you probably think you know everything there is to know about comedy, but you don't. And right now, it's time for you to get a little bit of a lesson.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
I didn't write this one.
I love when he dismisses them up front.
Lower the expectation.
Hey, a bunch of cows were smoking marijuana and playing poker.
Oh.
The stakes were pretty high.
Oh, jeez.
I told you, I deleted this when I got it this morning.
You know, maybe a wave of the hand signifying you're done at the end. Maybe that would help.
The stakes were high, you see.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was off-brand for Ace.
Okay, so sorry.
Why'd you force it?
Let me write my own.
And Nick Novicki is our guest. And Nick has got last time he was here, he was talking about this. You put together a thing, and you are the big cheese, the head honcho, the main man. I don't know what your title is. It's the Disability Film Challenge, and there's more information at disabilityfilmchallenge.com. And as I understand it, if I get this right, the idea was to make short films between 1 and 5 minutes where someone with any kind of a disability is part of the program.
Yeah. So for me, I've been lucky in my career. I'm over 50 TV shows and movies. But as a little person early on, I was like, look, if I want to be the gangster, the romantic lead, I got to produce it myself. And work led to work. And so 11 years ago, I was like, why aren't more people with disabilities creating their own work? So I am the founder and director of the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. You could make a film from anywhere in the world, and it just has to have somebody with a disability in front of or behind the camera. It's led to so many jobs. Over the years, 750 films have been created from around the world. This year, 135 films were made, and tonight we're screening the finalists. And I'm so excited that it's leading to all these jobs, because ultimately there's so much talent in the disability community.
Sure.
Now,
that's fantastic.
Are there any really unlikely disabilities that actually come out, like a blind cinematographer? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that you said that. The movie that won Best Film this year is called Audio Description. And the filmmaker, Lee Pugsley, who's coming out to Indy tonight for the screening, is blind. And the movie's all about audio description. So audio description, Nick picks up the phone. He looks at it. So the movie, the audio description is talking to him. So he's walking around. He's like, who said that? And it's the audio description.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just saw this really interesting thing about, we were talking about this on the air a couple of weeks ago, about the fact that for whatever reason now, the TV and the radio broadcasts of professional sporting events are they're delayed by whatever, 30 seconds or 7 seconds, whatever it might be. And they were interviewing this guy who was blind, who really liked going to Cleveland baseball games. But he stopped going because the radio was behind. So he would hear the crowd go nuts, and he's wondering what the hell's going on. And then, in the meantime, he's hearing, he steps up to the plate. But apparently some of the professional sporting venues have put in like 1-watt radio stations so they can actually broadcast as it happens.
Oh, wow.
And in the world of audio descriptions, aren't there certain movie theaters that have a thing where they'll have someone describing the action so you can experience the sound of a great movie in a movie theater?
So tonight, our screening, every film is going to have audio description and open captions. So blind people can watch it, deaf people can watch it. Really, I consider it's like we're the Avengers of disability. We literally have every different disability involved.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Now, tell us more about your life. You're living in Los Angeles, but you're an East Coast guy. You've been in a bunch of movies, and I heard you say off the air, you're going to Australia. Is that right?
No, so I'm filming a new TV show that'll be on Netflix. But I was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse that came out last year. I was nominated for an Oscar, and Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos. But I also get to tour a lot as a comedian, which is pretty cool. I got to do a USO tour, and that was amazing because I got to see how people interact with me in other parts of the world. Like I was in England buying toothpaste, and this kid sees me, and he just starts screaming. He's like, ah! I was like, is this like what kids do here? I don't know. And then it got to me. I was like, well, I'm probably like the first American he's seen.
I'm surprised they sell toothpaste in England. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Christy Lee,
Tom Griswold.
Do you have the story about the vacuum? This is so crazy.
Hackers took over robot vacuum cleaners in multiple American cities, causing them to yell racial slurs through their onboard speakers.
Oh, man.
The affected robots were all Chinese-made, Josh. The Ecovacs D-Bot X2s were found to have multiple security flaws. Minnesota lawyer Daniel Swenson told a news outlet that his vacuum started to make a sound like a broken-up radio signal. He also saw on his app that someone was accessing its live camera feed and remote control feature.
Now, slow down. See, your vacuum cleaner now could be observing you.
Yes.
And it's making crazy noises, and then it starts talking.
Yeah.
So, and apparently screaming racial slurs.
Isn't that nice?
Mr. Swenson said he changed his password, rebooted the robot, but it soon started moving again and began yelling racist obscenities before he was able to shut it off.
I guess a lot of, homophobic stuff and, calling the Dyson gay. It's just crazy. Can you imagine that? Your Roomba is taking over?
No.
Who needs a remote control vac? I mean,
I don't have a. You know me. I'm Mr. Gadget guy. I like gadget. My refrigerator's hooked up to my Wi-Fi, but I don't see where I need a Roomba. I've got a little handheld thing I love when I.
And Josh, your criticism of the Roomba?
There's no way it can vacuum more than 3 Cheerios.
You do have to empty it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready to clean, ready to full.
Yeah, immediately.
They're good for dog hair.
I doubt I can't.
They do. It is kind of nice to get those little dust bunnies and stuff, but.
Lazy.
Well, Swiffer does the same thing. You're correct.
But this is so weird.
You know what's even weirder? I just have my computer up, just on, and what just came up? Want to buy a Eureka robot vacuum?
Yeah.
Come on, people.
See, it's listening.
Listen.
But that'll be a regular vacuum. These sound like they don't want to just clean; they want to do ethnic cleansing of your apartment.
Yeah, it's rough.
Well, I was hoping we get through that without that phrase, but gosh, here we are.
Real quick, I want to ask Nick one quick thing. If people want to find out more about the great work you're doing in the world of those that are disabled, where do they find it again?
So to learn about the Easter Sales Disability Film Challenge, you can go to disabilityfilmchallenge.com or at Disability Film Challenge, or you can follow me at Nick Novicki, and I'm always around the country and the world promoting events. Follow me along and get involved.
Okay, and Novicki is Novicki.
Yes.
All right. Now, we're going to hang out with Nick for a while longer. We're not kicking him out yet. It might happen.
Nice.
Be careful. It's happened before.
Okay, let me tell you about Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself home security system. That's right. I needed a security system about 10 years ago, and I deserve the best. If not me, who? If not now, when? That's right. I did the homework and the research, and that led me to one conclusion: Simply Safe. And now it's protected my compound for about 10 years now. You know, Simply Safe has Fast Protect monitoring and LiveGuard protection. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can even see and speak to intruders and stops them in their track. Simply Safe has been named Best Home Security Systems by U.S. News & World Report for 5 years running and offers best customer service in home security, according to Newsweek. Protect your home with 50% off a new Simply Safe system, plus a free indoor security camera. All you have to do is sign up for Fast Protect monitoring and just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Coming up, eating bear meat.
Oh.
B-E-A-R.
Yummy.
And is your house haunted? Well, a lot of people think it might be. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
You know, here at Charlie's Tavern, I stay mighty busy making drinks, but the phone, it never stops ringing. I love Tendon Bar. This job is really great. My customers are thirsty, and I hate to make them wait. But it always seems the phone rings as I start to pour a beer. It's some fella asking me to page his friends he says are here. Okay, buddy, you hold the phone, and I'll check to see if they're here. Is Seymour Butts around? Have you seen Dick Peter? Are you Jack Hinoff? Is anyone Sharon Peter? Have you seen a Harry Beaver or you a Peter Stroker? And it seems like almost every night I'm paging Richard Smoker. Paging Richard Smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Yeah, his name is Richard, but they call him Big Dick.
I'm looking for a big dick smoker.
Have you seen a Mr. Bader?
No, but you can check back later.
Could you find a hairy ballsack?
Not right now, you'll have to call back.
Bill McCracken, if you please.
He's among the absentees.
Do you know Ivana Wiener?
Sorry, no, I haven't seen her.
Phone rings.
There it is.
You know, this worked yesterday in rehearsal.
Does anybody hear the phone ringing?
I hear it. My headphones.
You heard a phone
Oh,
ring?
you hear? Did you hear the
ring
phone
in
ring?
your headphones?
Wait a minute, ring it again.
Did I answer it or not?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I just heard it.
Hello, Charlie's Tavern.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Hello, Charlie's Tavern.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. There's someone
Speak up, damn it.
clearing their throat in my
Hello,
mic.
Charlie's Tavern.
What's the matter? Is it noisy in there?
Yeah.
I was hoping you could page somebody for me.
Sure, who are you looking for?
I'm trying to find a Mr. Padasso. His first name is Stuart, but they call him Stu.
Stu Padasso?
That's right.
All right, hold on. Excuse me, everybody. Hey, is there a Stu Padasso here?
Right here.
Does anyone know a Stu Padasso?
He's over there. I see him.
I'm sorry.
Right here.
Someone said he just left with Heywood.
Heywood who?
Heywood Jablomi.
No, but buy me dinner and drinks, and we'll talk.
Wow, that'd be a wild, that'd be a wacky twist, wouldn't it? Hey, Bob and Tom are doing it.
There's the phone. The phone's ringing.
The phone's ringing.
Hello, Charlie's Tavern.
Yeah, hi. Could you page someone for me, please?
Sure. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a Miss Fingerdew.
What, do you want to kill her?
First name Wilma.
Wilma Fingerdew. Sorry, somebody says he's in the back room with Willie.
Willie who?
Willie Fisterbottom.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt, baby. Whoa, man.
What ethnicity was that supposed to be?
What the hell was that?
I have no idea.
Okay. They call here several times a night, and it's always the same. He asks me if I'll page his friend, and then he says their name. Hey, is BJ Hunter there? Can you find a Peter Wanker? I'm looking for a man to kiss. Have you seen Woody Spanker? Paging Richard Smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Yeah, his name is Richard, but we call him Big Dick.
I'm looking for a big dick smoker. Really? My song is nearly over now, so I'll cut to the quick. Who knew there were so many guys named Peter, Rod, and Dick? And if you see somebody, or if you need somebody, Paige, let me be quite blunt. Uh-oh. I'll try my best to find him, or my name's not Michael Hunt. Paging Richard Smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Yeah, his name is Richard, but they call him Big Dick.
I'm looking for a big dick smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Is Mike Hunt here?
Jeez. Paging Michael Hunt.
It's not on the script.
Paging Michael. You're supposed to say.
Paging Michael
Give me the
Hunt.
last part of the song again, would you please, Steve? You're supposed to say Paging Michael Hunt, then say
Paging Richard Smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Oh, yeah, name is Richard. They call him Big Dick.
I'm looking for a big dick smoker. Paging Richard Smoker.
Paging Michael Hunt.
There we go.
Paging Michael Hunt. Is Mike Hunt here?
I was interrupted by him. That's why.
You had the chance to get all the info.
Nope. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. I say a new joke of the day coming up from Ace Cosby.
Oh, an actual Ace one.
The one that
Look,
he
I had
wrote.
no problem with the joke that somebody sent in. It just was off-brand.
Stakes are high.
Kids like to tell these jokes to their teachers.
Thank you.
And you can't have him doing pot humor.
That's exactly.
Well, Nick, I apologize for you being ignored. Thanks for coming in. Our guest is comedian actor Nick Novicki.
Here's Tom to introduce our guest. You jumped all over him.
Sorry. Would you say season 6 of The Sopranos? What was it again?
Yes, I was in season 6 of The Sopranos.
And they'll remember you because you portrayed a.
Yeah, I was a nightclub manager. So there was one episode that was all about AJ, the son of Tony, and he tries acting like he's in the mob.
Oh, yeah.
So he's out there and, going to nightclubs and spending all this money. Well, I was the nightclub manager where, he gets a, $5,000 bill, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, you got to pay up. And then he keeps coming back, and I'm,
Yeah,
That's a great episode.
They'll remember that character. Also, he's the only little person on the Sopranos.
That's true.
Was that role written for a little person, or did you audition and they went, hey, we want this guy?
Yeah, they kind of just, had me in like a non-traditional role.
Yeah.
And then the same producers created Boardwalk Empire. And so I recurred on that. I was like in the first 2 seasons of Boardwalk Empire.
Sweet.
Now, you mentioned the fact that your wife is also small of stature.
Yes. Yeah.
And
my
you
wife's a little person.
And you have a 3-year-old?
We have a 3-year-old.
And you got one on the way.
One on the way.
It's amazing. Do you guys have a dog?
We do. We have a French bulldog, so also a little dog.
I was hoping you'd say Irish Wolfhound. We have a Newfoundland, 280 pounds.
We should. We live in Hollywood. And it's dangerous. So, and I could use a little extra security.
Yeah, Frenchie's not all that threatening.
Oh, but they're cute.
I love them. Yeah,
they're so cute.
Snores?
Yeah, oh yeah. Snores.
And I want to get this right. A couple things. If you want to find out about, you are the founder of the Disability Film Challenge. It's disabilityfilmchallenge.com.
That's right.
Find out what we're talking about, movies that are made, short films that are done with someone of one disability or another as part of the project.
That's right.
It's a great idea. And are these available to see online?
Yeah, so we have a YouTube channel, The Disability Film Challenge. If you go to disabilityfilmchallenge.com, it'll take you to our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter page. And all the films are online. So this is so much unbelievable talent in front of and behind the camera from all over the world. And so please check out these films, share what we're doing, and watch them because they're awesome.
Do you know if the Farrelly brothers are aware of what you're doing?
Yeah, so it's I actually am on Loudermilk, which is Farrelly Brothers' show. And they have been, Peter Farrelly was really who made this happen. You know, he came on as a mentor year 2, and it motivated people from around the world to start getting involved. And then it sort of grew year after year. 2017, I partnered with Easter Sales, the nation's largest disability services organization. And so now it's the Easter Sales Disability Film Challenge. But the Farrelly brothers are really the pioneers. They have people with disabilities in all these different projects.
Yes.
That's great.
Have you written one?
Written
a movie?
I wrote a movie about Billy Barty, who was the founder of Little People of America. And so that's kind of my dream project.
And Billy Barty, it was sort of the go-to short person forever.
Yeah.
He was like the Jack Sue, what Jack Sue is to Asian actors.
Jack Sue.
Yeah.
Jack Sue was the. Pat, bear with
Nobody.
Jack Sue was Barney Miller.
Right.
But Jack Sue was like the go-to Asian guy for.
More people know who Billy Barty was than Jack Sue.
That's true.
I was trying to make an interesting analogy. This is what I have to put up with.
Interesting analogy. Okay.
That would be a great movie.
Yeah. So he created Little People of America. That's where I met my wife. It's where little people from around the world get together. But in the 50s, and he created it basically just he was on the Spike Jones show, and so he told these bosses of the hotel that were all like mobsters. In Reno, we all get together, we hang out, and they're like, we'll host you, come on down. And so it started out as this little organization in the 50s, and now it's a, every year an amazing organization that I go to, I've been a part of, I've helped raise money and, coach kids basketball, which that's not the joke. That's something I do.
Right.
But yeah, but it's an amazing organization. And he's like my hero. So
you have a convention every year?
Yeah. There's a national convention in a different city every year.
How many people attend?
It's like 3,000 people has been the biggest one.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Billy Barty, best known for what role?
He was in Foul Play.
Yes.
That was a great role.
He's
He was in Willow.
A cameraman in UHF.
Yeah.
And the joke is that he's obviously a little person with the camera, and so all the angles are going up.
Sure. Why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
Now, when you do your stand-up, I know you went on tour with Nate Bargatze and you're friends with Greg Warren, et cetera, et cetera. Do you strictly do a handheld mic, or do they have a? It's a fair question.
It is a fair question. I would go wireless, but no one's no. I could go anyway. I used to have like the gag when I first started though that like leave the mic up, and I would get up there and try to get it. But that's like an old vaudeville. That's Billy Barty did all that kind of stuff. He was like he started out in vaudeville. There's a great bit with him where he's like, I hurt myself. He comes out there and he's limping. He goes, I got injured. I went bungee jumping off a curb.
Billy. Is it your dream to play Billy Barty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to play Billy?
I want to play Billy.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, that'd be fantastic.
That would be
Billy
great.
All right. Well, we have to check in with Christy Lee. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk last time I checked.
Yeah, and singer Dua Lipa is in the news. She's going viral on social media.
Oh, Tom, your girl.
Yeah,
love Dua Lipa.
A video posted to the artist's TikTok site shows Dua Lipa showcasing an unusual concoction of Diet Coke over ice, mixed with pickle juice and the juice from pickled jalapenos that is then garnished with pieces of jalapeno and pickle. The video also captures the reactions of her friends as they try the sweet and savory drink.
Christy, do you know
like it spicy?
Is for the flavor or the electrolytes?
Probably both. I don't know. Gordon Ramsay tests the drink in a video, and after taking a sip, immediately spits it back out and shouts, "Dua Lipa, for God's sake, girl, you'll ruin your vocal cords."
What's in it again?
It's pickle juice, Diet Coke, and some jalapeno juice as well.
Wow.
She'll burn her lips.
What?
She'll burn her lips.
Her name's
Dua Lipa.
Oh, Lipa's lippers?
She'll burn her lips.
You know, just for clarification, what accent are you doing over there? Like an
We're
Italian?
going to say Italian, yeah.
Well, let's go with it.
I don't know.
I'm levitating.
I don't think Dua Lipa is Italian, is she?
No, she's English.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's English.
She's from England.
Okay.
Oh, she's great. I love her.
She's got great teeth, too.
Name more than one, just that song.
That's the one, but that's the one I like.
Your daughter still like her? Your daughter's still a fan?
Oh, and they see if they always, Dad, it's Dua Lipa.
Oh, wow.
That's one of the ones that I like, that she likes.
She also shared an intriguing mix of vanilla ice cream, olive oil, and a dash of sea salt.
I've seen this on TikTok.
It's
People
become
love
a
this, I
popular
guess.
taste test globally. Yeah.
Olive oil ice cream has become quite big.
Real good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great. My brother makes it.
What is it? You lost me.
Olive oil ice cream.
Yeah. Vanilla ice cream, olive oil, and a dash of sea salt.
Oh, so you take regular vanilla ice cream, put a little olive oil on it, and salt?
Not always. That's what Dua Lipa likes.
That's what Dua Lipa likes. And
it took off on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, because there is that one ice cream that's salt something that I've had.
Caramel sea salt?
Yeah, that one.
See, I'm lactose intolerant, so I love this. I'm like, bring on the olive oil. I don't know.
Is that why you have it, Pat, for vegan reasons?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I've always liked it, though.
Oh, okay.
He made it like 10 years ago.
Interesting. So you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Any other things we need to know about?
Yeah, I got bad vision. I mean,
You do?
I have ADD. I mean, look, how long do we have here?
You have bad vision? You're wearing glasses.
Yeah, no, my vision is terrible. It's so bad that literally after shows, because, you know, I'm doing these arenas with Nate Bargatze, and so there's all these fancy people coming out. And, you know, we heard that LeBron was in the audience. So I was so excited, and I was like, oh, I want to meet him. I went up, and I thought I saw him. I went up, and I was like, wait, that is my wife, a white little person.
That's bad vision.
I got to get.
That could be the worst vision.
But you don't wear glasses. You have contacts?
No, well, I've been on the journey. I went to the eye doctor, and I go in there, and they're like, can you read the first line? I was like, yes. They were like, read the first line. I was like, I could read it. She's like, read it now. I was like, I can't. So she's like, look, I think, don't worry, you have a cornea problem, and this can be fixed. You could get a cornea transplant. I was like, that sounds dangerous. Like, you know, are you sure? And they're like, you can't worry about that. I was like, well, what should I worry about?
Wow. Well, so can you see me right now?
I can see, but I have to kind of like squint around. So like reading, like I presented at the Golden Globes, and it was a year that didn't air, so it was a flex, but not that, you know, crazy. Wow. A flex. It was, no, because I presented, because they support, the Golden Globes Foundation supports the Eastern Sales Disability Film Challenge, so I got to present, but I told them before, I'm like, hey, I got bad vision. And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it, for the teleprompter. Right. And I show up, and I can't see anything. And I'm like, you know, so they had to give me what they called the Betty White font. Oh. So they had font for a 98-year-old woman that I read. I was like, I think I need to go to the eye doctor.
Wow. Man. That's amazing. We're speaking with actor Nick Novicki. Have you always been an NIC, Nick?
Yes.
You're not an NICK?
You see, there's no K in Nicholas.
Ah, okay.
So that was my argument as I was a kid. Yeah. I was lazy. I didn't want to spell that extra letter as a kid. And I argued that there is no K in Nicholas.
Yeah. He's right.
Now help me with this. People that are named Nikki that are Nikki. I
guess.
Right?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Usually Nicole.
Yeah, that's a girl.
But again,
I never wanted to get called Nikki because it's Nikki Novicki, you know?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Hey, Nikki Novicki. Yeah, I grew up on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot, when you were growing up, were your fellow students mean to you?
No, because I always made friends with the biggest and the toughest kids. So right away, it was like, hey, Jimmy, you may want to go talk to Tommy over there, you know? But no, I never got picked on. I'm kind of the way I am. I've always been the way I am. Life is good, you know?
Yeah, good.
You got great hair.
He does have great hair.
You know, it's funny. Both of my brothers are now bald, and I feel like as a little person, I deserve this hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are your brothers normal size?
Yeah, both of my brothers are tall.
So they don't have hair. Yeah.
Is it politically correct to say normal?
Well, I mean, average height, normal, whatever.
Average,
I mean,
normal?
I think it's intention. For me, it's like, we bring up anything. I think sometimes it gets crazier when we try to avoid things in a certain way.
Right. Right.
Like that experience I was talking about in England with this, where this kid's yelling. The second part of that is the mom, was just like, because the kid was like, Mom, I'm scared of him. And she's like, I know. I was like, what kind of Harry Potter lesson is going on right next to me?
Now, I guess this wouldn't apply now because we were kind of talking this off the air, but most of the auditions now in your business of an actor, they're done with video.
Yeah, self-tapes.
But there was a time when you would go to a place and there'd be 40 guys that kind of look like you, presumably, if they're casting for that particular size. So are there like 10 guys that you compete with all the time for gigs?
Yeah, the little people. I have so many friends that are great little people actors, and it's a community. We get together, but since COVID, every actor, whether you're little or you're small, it doesn't matter. It's all self-tapes. But I had the most magical experiences on these auditions where there would be 40, 50 little people. I remember one time it was a commercial, and it was like a Western-themed commercial. And so, commercials, people go all out. They're dressed up in the part. People are dressed in Western outfits. And there's one little person, he showed up like a leprechaun. And we look at him, and he looks at everybody else, and he goes, I think I got the wrong sides. He walks out. I go, I think you need to talk to your agent about this.
Although I think maybe it's time for that Western with leprechauns in it. Maybe the time has arrived.
I think, well,
the good,
I saw
the bad,
Elf.
and the lucky.
You don't like leprechaun.
I was searching my head, and you got the joke. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
That was good.
I'm sorry, Christy, what were you saying?
Nothing.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, no, I thought you started talking. I'm hallucinating.
No, it's
over
okay.
here.
I did, but it wasn't important.
Well, no,
It was funny, and I stepped
what were
on
you going
it.
to say?
No, you're fine.
No, I said I saw Elf. They don't like to be referred to as leprechauns.
Yeah.
Yeah, or elves. Yes.
Oh, Dinklage.
Yeah.
Is that how you refer to him, as Dinklage? The Dinklage.
Oh, is he the god of?
Yeah, he's such a great actor, but yeah, he does also get basically every part. So
He does get a lot of parts.
He's incredible. He gets everything he deserves. And he's making his own movies now, so that's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw him at Sundance. It was amazing. I mean, he was just there in the theater, and there was like this, you could see it. It was almost like an aura around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
All right. Coming up, we have a little bit of a lesson for everybody. But first, we have Mr. McGee over there, who's been doing quite well so far this season.
Yes, and quite well with Prize Picks. We're in the heart of football season, and Prize Picks the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everyone, and the app is oh so easy to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport. Then pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 100 times your money. For example, tonight's game, you can pick from options like quarterback Josh Allen will have more or less than 36.5 yards rushing, or Aaron Rodgers will throw more than 0.5 passing touchdowns, meaning Rodgers would need to throw just 1 touchdown, and you decide if Garrett Wilson will have more or less than 5.5 receptions. Prize Picks even invented the flex play. You can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. Check out prizepicks.com or just download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TOM and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That's code TOM on Prize Picks. Get $50 credit instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states where it's lawful to wager. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Thank you very much. Check out Prize Picks. Have some fun. When we come back, we're going to have a little bit of fun with our guest. He is a comedian and actor, Nick Novicki. And got a little bit of a lesson for you when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I can't help but notice, sir, you're wearing extremely tight, what are those called?
They are called Lycra spandex pursuit pants.
Now, is that a potato in the front there, or
Tom? Glad to see you. Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like Jim and the twins are pretty cozy this morning, sir.
Never hurts to advertise.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
He's smuggling topsoil for an offshore development project.
Well, yeah, I always end, a White Castle.
Really?
Yeah. I was, God, I was so drunk I thought I was in McDonald's. I ordered a quarter pounder. I got 500 hamburgers. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Help me.
Okay, thank you.
Pick a number between 1 and 50. We'll ask our guest, then I'll just hit a random sound effect. We'll see if it fits the commercial. All right. 1 and 50, Clinton. Pick a number.
35.
35.
That's Andy Moore Ford.
35. Here we go.
Heavenly deals at Andy.
There you go.
You'll think you've died and gone to
Pick another number,
at
Clinton.
Andy Moore Ford.
27.
27.
Andy Moore Ford. Electrifying deals at Andy Moore Ford.
Okay, pick another number. Go ahead, Clinton. Any number.
8.
8? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dear.
They have body shop.
They have a body shop at Andy Moore Ford.
Any other number. Go ahead. Pick one more.
19.
That's our manager screaming at the fabulous deals you'll find.
Where is that?
At Andy Moore Ford.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show this morning.
Man, I wish I'd lived to hear today's show.
Me too. I wish I was here.
You know, there's a reason I'd never heard of this band.
Why?
Because this guy had to have his penis cut off for publicity. You know, I prefer musicians who can actually make it on their skill, not on their lack of a dick. So,
yikes! I knew you'd.
I know how to make it in show business.
That's what I said.
Yikes! I know how to make it in show business. First, we whip it out, and then we take a cleaver.
How does he pee?
Sitting down.
All over the place.
Yeah, that was the video.
No, that's not true, Clint. How does he pee? Depends.
Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked.
Hard copy all of a sudden. This is exclusive.
Dogs die in the cargo hold?
Occasionally.
And then they just replace them with a dog that looks similar. They got a big dog farm for these things, man. All the airlines share the same dog farm.
Dave, we need a Shih Tzu.
Brown face, white feet.
We need a Shih Tzu, gate C27.
It's a number 8.
Yeah.
Bring us that number 8.
Another Newfie coming in on United. Try to take care of that.
Yeah, he's stiffering aboard. Come on in.
Okay.
The big danger at this time of year is the heat. If they were down there, and if the plane is delayed on the tarmac for any reason, it can be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was just a story this week that came out.
Do the
People
right thing. Drive your dog.
Warning folks that are flying their dogs about that.
There you go.
I ain't making this up.
And if it's a small dog, like a little tiny little hand dog,
yeah, you can put it underneath your seat.
no, just throw it out the window because those aren't real dogs.
Those aren't real dogs.
This is cool. I like doing radio.
How can you change a dinosaur's name?
I don't know.
Yeah, halfway through.
Do you know
Halfway through.
Do you know what the smallest dinosaur was?
What?
The clitoris. A little red, pinkish dinosaur.
Well, congratulations.
Wow.
You finally got it on the air.
Done it, haven't you?
Congratulations.
Way to go.
See, all that filthy lunch talk, and now it's on the air. Are you happy now? Are you a big man saying clitoris? Is that it?
See, I always thought the smallest one was the lick-a-lot-of-puss, but apparently.
Hello, my name is Alexa. Are you looking for Bob and Tom Radio? Well, it's on me. Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? You don't want to do that. Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Who else have you met? Anybody else?
I've met everybody I do except for Denzel Washington. He's the one I haven't met.
Is anyone upset by your imitation?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for bringing it up.
Yes, there's Kanye had a lot to say. But
really? He's usually so.
I know, right? I'm like, what? Did you really count that as him being mad? That was just him being Kanye.
Yeah, that's dope.
Shannon Sharp hates my impression. He cannot stand it.
I'm guessing because it's accurate.
That's what I believe. I thought it was spot on. I thought it was amazing. And you know, the fact that Thanon doesn't like it is just offensive to me. But you know, some people,
I hear you.
Some people just, you know, skip. Some people just don't like mirrors, Skip. And when you see the mirror, you say to yourself, do I really sound like that? And I'm gonna be right there on the other side saying, yes, you do. Shannon hates it, man. It's everybody else. I haven't. And Ben Carson had a little bit to say, but you know he ain't popping. So whatever. You know what I mean, he can say whatever. I pretty much it was a character pretty much.
He was sleepy.
It wasn't even an impression. I did these little cat hands. You know, the hands with the hands like this, and I would turn my face, and so many people would ask me. They'd come to my shows. Can we do the Ben Carson pose? I was like, this is actually a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a thing, but so there's people sending me pictures posing like this. Even somebody sent me a picture of their cat doing it. Their cat. There was a picture of a baby. He was doing it. I was like, I did not know that this obscure impression had so much premise over you all. I did not know that.
And what is he, like secretary of something?
He may be retiring.
He's
secretary of housing.
We don't gotta, you know, let's get past him.
We just want him to have, you know, something really high profile so you can bring it back.
Oh, I wish, man. You know, he just needs to go fill out an application and work at Arby's. I want to parody
that. Do you have a philosophy on doing impressions of people who are no longer with us?
Do I? I mean,
yeah. Can you do Taft?
You mean William Taft?
William Howard Taft.
No, but my FDR is pretty dope. My Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah, I definitely sit down for that. I don't do Teddy Roosevelt, but I do FDR.
At the Landmark Cinema at the Glendale Mall area. Details are online. I'll give you that address again in just a few minutes.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy and Josh and Ace and Pat. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. We've got a special guest.
We do. He is comedian and actor Nick Novicki. And you missed it, Josh?
What did I miss?
It's an amazing story.
We were talking off the air about, because Nick had mentioned that he has terrible vision.
Yes.
And he has some really serious eye issues. And then we kind of got on some other topics. And then all of a sudden he goes, he was talking about driving. You know, once again, Nick, if you're just joining us, is a man of small stature, officially a little person. How tall are you?
3'10".
3'10". Great comedian, very funny guy, but happens to be short. And you were mentioning that driving can be somewhat tricky because of your limited vision. And then you said also your arm.
Yeah. So I have a really bad arm, and what happened is I broke my arm. Which is tough. But the worst part is that I broke it dressed up like a penguin at a costume party.
No!
Here's the thing. A lot of people wear ridiculous costumes, but people don't think about what they're going to look like crying in that costume.
Yeah. What's with the penguin over there sobbing? The ER.
Well, this is the saddest story I've ever heard.
I would think that Halloween for a little person is kind of a double challenge. On the one hand, it's sort of like there's different options that you have that we don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But and then do you want to play up to it, or do you want to go against type?
I mean, you could do either. You could go incognito, you know, and they don't know who you are. You could be a kid. You could not be. I
see.
Yeah, you can trick or treat for life.
Yeah.
I had that happen actually not on Halloween. I was actually staying with Nate Bargatze at his house in Nashville. I tour with him. So I bring my bike with me because it's easier to get around. I can't walk far. And I'm riding around his neighborhood, and it was freezing. So I had, a winter jacket and my hoodie on. And, I had it, tucked in, and I'm on my bike. And somebody started rolling up like, "Are you okay?" And I turn around, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" No, I mean, I was like, they thought I was a kid. Now, in fairness, it was like I was,
bundled up
in a kind of crazy way. And it was a, nice neighbor.
But you do have kind of a Don Johnson-esque 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, but not from the back. They came behind me, and I had, the jacket in a way. It did, I made myself, I looked like I, was a kid, kind of. A little bit.
Sure. I see. Now, it's time for us to do a little bit of a review in the world of history. We only can do this. see the first interesting date. Oh, this is a good one. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle published on this date in 1892 the first volume, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Artie, read your book. Love it.
I know. Has anyone ever done a version of Sherlock Holmes with a man such as yourself, small of stature?
Yeah, as you were saying that, I was like, that would be a cool hook, you know? Yeah. Sherlock Holmes and Watson, both little people. We, go around,
I've always wanted to do one called Sherlock Holmes. Homes, where it's a couple of rappers.
Rappers?
Like homeboys, as
yes.
they say. Yeah. Okay. I think it'd be fantastic.
How about Sherlock Holmes and your real estate agent? How about that? I like it. How about that?
On this date, in 1947, I'll make this a quiz for our guest, Nick. What person broke the sound barrier? Made famous in a movie.
Howard Hughes.
The Right Stuff. Oh, close. That's a good guess.
The guy in the beginning of the movie, The Right Stuff, there's quite a great subplot about the great Chuck Yeager.
Put the spurs to her, Chuck. Yep.
On this date in 1968, Pat Godwin, the Beatles finished working on what?
Abbey Road.
The White Album. You were close.
Son of a gun.
2 albums away.
Josh Arnold.
Hi.
1979. This man scored his first NHL goal.
Wayne Gretzky.
Very good. Very good.
A great play.
And then, sad news, in 2007, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered on the E! Network.
Ooh. Is that true? When Jackie Gleason would enter a room, he would say, "The great one is here."
I've read so many accounts of him doing that.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
The great one is here.
Yeah.
The balls, but he
became known as the great one.
I mean,
you can't argue with results.
When Jackie Gleason would play golf, apparently he would first of all smoke the entire time.
Oh.
Never, but he would hit 5 or 6 balls at once and
Pick the best.
So awesome.
Pick his favorite.
Just hit them all. Okay.
Had to have been insufferable.
Yeah.
Just an awful person.
Okay, here's one for you, Christy.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, William Penn, born in 1644, founder of
Pennsylvania.
Penn Life.
Very
indirectly.
Very close.
Ink pen.
It's a half of Penn and Teller. No.
Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much.
Is that his real name or is that a pen name?
His real name is Sylvania. Okay. Let's see.
If I could get up and my leg wasn't bad, I'd carry you out of the room.
Okay, Nick, to put you on the spot again. 1890, the birthday of Dwight D. Eisenhower. This is a two-parter. What did the D stand for?
Dick. Is it Dick?
No.
Dwayne?
It's not Dwayne.
Dwight Dwayne.
Dwight Dwayne.
Dwight just wait, Dwayne. Right down. What's that joke? Right down to Dwayne.
I don't know.
Dwayne Reed.
Dwight David Eisenhower. Now, this is for you, Nick. What was his nickname?
Didn't Dwight Eisenhower and Nixon end up being related, sort of, right?
I'm not aware of that. It's perfectly possible. Neither of those is true.
Was he the Easy Rider?
Yep. No.
Ike.
That's correct.
Christy couldn't wait.
Christy said, "Well, just because you're also short doesn't mean you have to prove to Nick that
Easy Rider is what they call
I
them.
never get to answer because I never know the answer, and I actually knew that.
You're thinking rough.
No, Nixon's daughter married Eisenhower's son.
That's
right?
correct. No.
No, was it what?
Grandson, right?
Grandson?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
In any event, of course, Ike Eisenhower, the name of the button was Be Like Ike.
I thought it was I Like Ike.
I like.
Or I Like Ike. Oh, I'm sorry. Now you're getting me. I'm doing Michael Jordan stuff now.
I thought it was Roll with Easy Rider.
That was Roosevelt.
And of course, Nick, he founded IKEA, which has gone on to. Okay. By the way, does your home have traditional furniture, or do you have specialized stuff?
Nah, we just get small stuff, So and just stools. That is the greatest way to a little person's heart. Just have enough stools when we come in. That basically, fixes most problems.
Is your kitchen at traditional height, and you just drag a stool around?
Look, I kind of want, if I had to go through climbing, so does my daughter. You know, that's my philosophy.
Yeah.
No, but I think just in general, we don't know if she's little yet, but I think in general, the world is the way it is. So I think it's cool to be able to just, find your own adaptations.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Once again, I'm Nick Novicki. If you want more information, heartlandfilm.org has links to his disability challenge, or you go to disabilityfilmchallenge.com. Is that right?
That's right.
Disabilityfilmchallenge.com. And it's a great program. And you can see all those, hook up to all those films, et cetera, et cetera. Thanks. It's a great pleasure to see you again, Nick. This is the Bob and Tom Show.